Hey, what's up? Welcome to the closing argument, the late night show. Today is Friday. The weekend starts today. Hope to have an interesting show tonight. It's winter time, so no too much Friday night outing. So when you're home for the night, you just chill. There's nothing good to be like on the closing argument. Suppose the argument and close there. We'll close argument where? Argument closing general. Argument open. We'll continue till after 2029, and we'll close the argument. Yeah, that's what we'll give her now. But it's good to be back on the show, man. Had an earlier show. They fired Chief Parliament, and we're talking about the fire that occurred at the Capitol building, and so we focus our time on that. But tonight, I want to start this show with a post that was written by Senator Edwin Melvin Snow. He said PYJ was strong in life as well as in death. He said tonight the opposition community is in Banga, the ruling establishment is in Sanikwale, the majority black in Ganta, and the rule of law black in Sakapie. Tomorrow we'll all meet in Ganta. It's interesting though. Snow is saying PYJ was strong in life as well as in death. He said tonight the opposition community is in Banga, the ruling establishment in Sanikwale, the majority black in Ganta, and the rule of law black in Sakapie. Tomorrow we'll all be in Ganta. And it's true. PYJ brought everybody together, and everybody together, and now they are all in Banga and Sakapie, Sanikwale. So it's interesting. I know it's not easy there tonight. They're all there. They're all there tonight, and it's interesting there. They're all in there. We saw Robert G. Baswa. It's interesting. What do you make about that? It's interesting there. They're all there. They're all there tonight. PYJ has brought them there tonight. PYJ has brought them there tonight. Well, as you're aware, Senator Johnson will be finally laid to rest this weekend in Nimba. I'm told that someone told me that some of your messages said
Henry Jalla Truth FM WhatsApp audio.
Hold on. Yes, the person said they said that why is PYJ not being buried in his hometown? Do you know that he did some serious killing there during the early days of the war? His body was not even taken there. It's interesting though. So yeah, his body he's not been buried in his hometown. Is it because of what he did during the early days of the war? It's interesting. Like I said, if I was good day, Martin Willett, watching from Seoul, South Korea. Well, you can Mr. Maniba. Come on, money not Timalin. Money is Tomalin. Hey, Martin Willett. Money written, he say money. The Timalin. Patience Siama, watching from on YouTube. Yeah, in Maryland there. Yep. It's interesting. It's interesting, folks. It's very interesting. I see everybody in Nimba, everybody there. But yeah, what happened though? I know Representative Koga did something today. He told me what the Prince Johnson body. I know what is it, like ritual, traditional stuff, all that thing, man. What is that? Now, but I think what Koga did today, Koga sent a message that he had become the new leader of Nimba. What he trying to tell people. So if I was the VP, he better step up his game because Koga is trying to play a role that, look, I'm the one in charge. I'm the one in charge now. I'm the one who taking over this county as a leader. All that thing he was doing that stuff like he doing that stuff like that he doing traditional ritual dressing like that. So the guy is playing with his countryman's psyche. Say, look, I will do all these things so that at the end of the day, they see me as a new leader. I think he caught the VP unaware. Now I hearing that is everybody say, Koga, the new leader for Nimba. And you cannot have a sitting vice president and you say you're the new leader of Nimba. So Koga is exerting himself to say, look, Nimba after PYJ, I'm the one now. I'm the man. You know? Abraham Willie. You still buy English shorts, you're damn well. Who you insulting? You chopping and you talking
right.
Eh? You speak bad English, short your look at who you talking to Zano. You insulting somebody, but then you stay. Like bro. Victor U.J. Morgan, following religious list from Morrisville, Pennsylvania. Alexander Boniface Emmanuel Hayes. PYJ was buried in his yard because they're afraid that what he did to Samuel K. might happen to him. Wow. Bookman son said coming is still angry of the late Prince Johnson. What even about that? What coming I do with one again now?
You might poor man. But I think Toga is overplaying his hands. And
Toga?
Yeah. He is overplaying his hands. And that might what's my phone? And that is going to backfire. It's going to backfire.
How?
And he is over exerting himself. Let the team play naturally. You don't have to, I mean, he is doing too much. To be honest, I am enjoying all of his traditional attires, the things that he's doing. Because that's my area there. I love all those pageantry. I love it. I love when you identify with the people. It's not time to wear coat suit. It's time to wear your bomber. I like that.
Ben,
But I think
all thing I got doing. Kuka is he playing on.
He's calculating. I know.
All the thing he's doing, say, look, dressing like that, doing all that, drumming all the men body, doing that stuff. He fighting for that space.
Of course,
say,
yeah,
look,
To
say, yeah, you see, and he lead because he is leading the effort. He is leading that particular ritual, traditional ritual they're doing. So as a result, so the people see and say, okay, this is the new guy. This is the man that's taking the man place. Kuka is calculative.
But here is what. Look, sometimes I get confused about our people. When
you already got it. Me let it. Okay, exactly what the man doing. Alexander Boniface, Emmanuel Hayes said, according to what Tuga did, is like saying, I'm the chosen one. And exactly, I believe, I agree with you.
And I get it, but here's the thing,
yeah.
If every person most people, about 99% of people in Nimba knew that to just coronate one person was a problem for the entire Nimba. It has been a problem. It did not work for Nimba. Nimbadians did not benefit mostly from just making one person to be that kingman. It did not benefit the county as a whole. So why would anyone wants to think that Nimbadians should cry at that project again after what it went through? It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. That is has to be something that Nimbadians should run away from. Like, no, we're not crying. We're not crying another king again. This king came to us just by some kind. It just happened. But we're not going to crown another king because the first king, it didn't benefit. It was all about me, I. So yeah, it is sad that Toga, who used to be complaining about Prince Johnson, why Prince Johnson used to do, then he wants to take that same seat. I don't know. Our people, man, I don't know sometimes. I don't know. You have to be very, very careful. If something was not good before, it should not be good now.
No, but again, Patience Sema make a good point. She's confused. If these people just say he was a pastor, how can they do other witchcraft tradition? Again, she call it witchcraft tradition, but to some to the people, it's not witchcraft tradition. To them, it is a tradition. But what I'm saying is that, like, look, the guy, you look for opportunity in time like this, you look for opportunity to make your presence felt. What he did, he took that opportunity and said, look, I will dress a warrior, because right now you expect the VP to dress like that, to dress like So he said, well, this is my moment. I will seize the moment. Okay, everybody want to become who will become the new leader of I love how doing Uber delivery. Uber delivery. Thank you, I love how Uber delivery. But anyway, look, what he did was he calculated what he now would do. He planned that thing. He said, I would come from all of my representatives and image. I would come down like a traditionalist. I would dress the half naked. They call that thing bomber. When that thing they tie, they call it bomber. He tied the bomber and just like that. So as a result, now he already said he's running for the seat. So in other words, he telling the people of Nima, said, look, I'm the chosen one. I'm the one that Boniface is saying. Yeah, I'm the one. I'm the one who replacing Prince Johnson. So as a result, you see the way I'm dressing. All I think he's doing, my first thing I want. He put the body down, he drum it away. And the boy like doing look, the man trying to play on the mind of people, yeah. Say, I'm the chosen one. And that's what happening. And it may work. Because right now, every chat room I'm in, every time, everywhere you go on Facebook, I cook a picture emerging, a picture dominating. So you see that, and what happening?
I don't think,
and it's going.
I don't think right it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work.
Right now, when they took PYJ funeral, everybody looking at Kuga now. His picture going on everywhere, and it's elevating him, it promoting him, and the VP there, my man, JK, Kuga playing taking that role. Everybody look at him as looking at the face. Well, we'll see how he plays off after Prince Johnson.
It's not going to serve it well for the fact that the other guys, the playing field there is almost like even with the guys who are on the ground. Like, one thing I know that the VP has is that he has money. So he will use his money, even though he might not be, his presence might not be felt now, like the way how Tuga presence is felt. But when the dust settles, man, the politics is going to go national. And if the politics goes national, Tuga will get hurt a lot. He will get hurt there a lot.
Okay, you hear what Jida King said? Now, it's true though. The VP mother is from Nima. His father is from, I think, Maryland. You see? His mother is from Nima, I think, from the Gil Belt. And his father is from from Maryland. So as a result, well, both men sons said thereby don't have any power. Anyway, for me, I believe both men sons, I believe you. That's true you're saying. I believe all that things, all that things they put doing. And yeah, somebody say Melvin K say traditionally. Man, I love the thing. Let me read the poor thing, yeah. Go. Say Konga nobody in that kind of he can be talk. He said that's a lie. Is it? Move on there. Oh, but I miss somebody said something, Jenna. Okay, somebody said something. Let me see. So Nibayan and the grandchildren have the same culture. When two heads are fighting for power, they eliminate one. I think that is what caused PYJ death. It happened in the barrack where they had to kill Tilly for Apollo Swan to live. So you're all the thing to know. Let that show. You keep on, man. Because you want to dinner tonight, you're talking. Nah. You know, somebody said something I wanted the person said something. And the person said, traditionally, Koga is next in line. Let's forget the politics. Now, this is a strong statement.
Which tradition put him in line?
Look, if anybody from Nima who understands Nima culture, the Gio and Mano culture, I would love for you to come tonight. Let's talk about it small. Because
nobody put him in the line.
Person is saying that traditionally Koga is next in line. I don't know whether Koga is older than the vice president, whether that age business or what, but this is what the person Melvin Kai is saying. So I don't know.
Yeah, Koga is older than Cohen, even though he's just ugly the way he's older than Cohen.
Okay. Richard pay say pay somebody they need pay from they pay from Nima. I think that was a clear ceremony. It has nothing to do with Nima politics. I'll raise him pay say anyway. We know.
For me, I do not agree with
Otaka Kawuse. Samakua is the next godfather of Nima, and no doubt. Oh, Melvin Kai is not but age. Everything politicians do is politics. A true Jira King, you know.
Koga is nothing. He's not anything.
He's one
of the reasons of the chaos that is going on at the Capitol building.
Oh, but all of them involved. All of them involved. You know,
Yeah,
the
I
whole,
know. But
the-
so you cannot elevate such a polarizing figure like Toga. You can't do that. You saw what he was able to orchestrate in the lower house. I mean,
Yeah,
how
but-
they voting?
but Ben, what was saying? What happened today in Nimba? He was doing some rituals, according rituals, right? I know that. So that PYJ physical body was there, so
Yeah.
so I mean, what PYJ when you're in Monrovia, the capital, they hire him in coat suit. So I mean, they change the clothes
They
again.
changed the clothes. Yeah, they changed the clothes. Yeah,
Oh,
they changed the clothes. I think he have changed three different times now.
oh, okay. Co commander said the V father is from Sano, not Maryland. Thank you. Okay. Sano? He told me. What he told me? He told me say he's from Sano or from Maryland.
No, he's from Maryland.
I think Maryland.
From Maryland.
Co commander. I think he's from Maryland. He told me Maryland. I think he's Sano.
He's not from Sino. Not from Sino. He's from Maryland.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Kun Emmanuel told Leon say Kun likely to be our next godfather because Nibayan get high respect for the nephew. Also, so Kun is a nephew to who now? Anyway, let me read.
That's not
Samuel Koga aims to persuade the people of Nimba that he could be the successor to the late Senator Johnson as the new political leader. Additionally, he seeks to instill a sense of political fear in Vice President Kun. Exactly. This is making sense. I'll put it up. It's true. Tota is making complete sense. He's making complete sense. Look, he said Samuel Koga aims to persuade the people of Nimba that he could be the successor to the late Senator Johnson as the new political leader. Additionally, he seeks to instill a sense of political fear in Vice President Kun and other prominent figures of Nimba. Look, I agree with Tota because that's exactly what Koga was doing today. And Ben, Koga was doing all that ceremony there, dressing a warrior. So the people say, yeah, the man calculated that thing he did. He didn't just come out and do it.
Everything he has been calculating, we know that. At the same time, he's still looking for the vice president to still give him that blessing. If the vice president gives him that blessing, the vice president will be signifying to the nation that he controls everything. The only way Koga will outshine the vice president if he does not ask for the vice president, that vice president should endorse him. But if the vice president does that, it takes away all that nonsense that Koga has been doing.
But Ben, Pee-wee, welcome. Pee-wee, join Pee-wee. But Ben, honestly, on a serious note, if Koga decides, I hear he's running. So if he runs and even the VP endorses him, Koga and no, it's a tricky thing. If the VP endorses Koga, right? Koga could win, and then he grow shorter. Say I'm a senior senator. I'm a senator here now. But right, it will be Yan Tuan will be the senior. Well, 10 people are the senior senator. Yan Tuan will be the senior senator now because he's the one. He has more. How to call it, more seniority now in representing the county. So who come next? Become junior senator. So now, if Koga wins that seat, Koga will now say, "Look, and mind you, the people have no control over Koga. He wins. So I heard they say Garrison Yellow running, that won't be running, and Koga running. I say who again? It's called about 5% running again. I said So Koga is can't give that. But Pee-wee, what you made of that whole thing Koga doing today? What's your thought about that?
So basically, I'm a traditionalist myself. My late father was a strong traditionalist. My great-great-grandfather, my grandfather, and the rest of that. So I believe in tradition to money. What Koga did today, is a clear manifestation of upholding the deep culture of Liberia. I was deeply proud of that. It is part of the culture, and we should exhibit the culture with our heart and with no pretense to this process. Despite we into civilization, we went to academic school, and you engage and evolve with different kind of a situation in the world. But that is our tradition, and we should uphold it. And that's where part of the reason, if you see the Chinese, the Indians, and the Koreans, even here in America, we have some deep sense of other cultural activity that the people uphold, and they believe into those tendencies. This we need to protect the sacredness of those institutions. In the attempt, we cannot desecrate the tradition. The tradition should be upheld, and it's a sacred institution. The tradition. So basically, I really enjoy it today, and I believe that that what and the reason why he even put most of his time and he devoted the service to exhibit all of what he did was to also win some attention politically. So he calculated well. He's a loud person. He's loud say sometimes, but he played this very well, and it's gonna get him some huge benefit. And trust me, so that's part of the reason why he did that. But that benefit will it be enough to take him to the end line? That I want to say for now. But there are a lot of names we're hearing. We have one of our own friends, and I'm hearing from the great van. I got to call him. T. Wonoke. T. Wonoke is also contemplating to declare his intent to contest. I'm hearing this, and
That one there?
T. Wonoke.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'll try to engage him to confirm that process. But yes, but the issue about challenging the vice president, I don't think he's going to do that. If Toga were to win the big if, win the elections in Nimba, I believe he would cooperate and coordinate with the vice president, so that the vice president will have the the presidency, and then he believe he can be a good person and to then enjoy the face of power in the country. But I don't think he's going to challenge the vice president. Trust me, he's not going to do that. I believe if the vice president were to endorse and support him, he's going to pay back that if he were to be the senator of the county and then do a lot of things to promote the process. But what unfolded today, and that's what I said, Frank Johnson demise also proved that he was an extraordinarily powerful politician in the country. Despite his death, he managed to pull almost all of the major actors in our body politics, all of the major actors, even would-be politicians, those that are nursing or angering for the Liberian presidency 2029, they're all converging in Nima County tonight or in somewhere in Banga, waiting to move in tomorrow for the funeral whatsoever. So he's going to be part of a major part of the country politics from now, between now and even 2029. There will be some name, some attachment, and the rest of that. So Koga own thing today he did, it was a reminder that Liberians are still the kind of people that some of them, we take our culture that we should preserve and respect and uphold. I thought it was an extraordinary side of things today that I was a bit emotional when I saw it, and it reminded me that we should keep and protect the culture of our country.
No, but I'm hearing from some a Nimba traditionalist person who is strong in the Nimba culture. Person said, that is not. They said this is not our culture. They said an uncle cannot jump over the body of the nephew. For instance, the only reason why they're not making no comment public because they're trying to allow PYJ to have his day. Okay.
So who's the uncle here?
So
PYJ is an uncle.
PYJ is the uncle. I think. Yeah. So I think PYJ But Coca is related to PYJ from what I gathered.
Who is the uncle? Who that person understand the
PYJ is the uncle.
PYJ is the uncle to Coca.
Okay, and there were the person messing it up. It's the same in Lofa also. The nephew in both Nima and Lofa is the same. The nephew is the very powerful person. The nephew doing bereavement process. The nephew is like a messenger that will carry a lot of responsibility. What Koga did today, a nephew should do that. What Koga, that's why I asked the question again. So that person will have to do that.
PYJ is the nephew to Koga. That's what I'm told now.
Okay, so the person they're teaching it this way and all the thing. But again, if that's the case, that's why the reason why I asked. Because listen, I am a traditionalist and I understand the tradition very clearly. I understand it, I participated in it, and in some cases, we can be the nephew in terms of bereavement. Got an extraordinary role to play in terms of all the cultural activities. The nephew is the one that would go to take the dead person clothes or the property the person owned. The nephew will have to go and commandeer those. The nephew will do this, the nephew will do that. So that's why if he is the nephew, I mean, Koga, then what he did today is a clear indication that it was in line with culture, what he did today. Now, if the other way around, he's
a Koga mother. But Pee, let me say something. Pee, look, one thing I know, right? The vice president is the highest Nibayan in the country right now, right? He's the only thing he can do. He become president. What you said earlier, I don't think whoever want to Koga, I don't think Koga will want to fight him to say, "Oh, I want to be president." No, he knows that it's a hard. You have a hard hill to climb. What I think Koga want to portray is that to be a kingmaker, because you know they got people, right? They got in tradition. Some those are powerful than the president. Some people, the traditional people, they are powerful. So you can be the president of the country, by the end of the day, they got it. The man who's a Zoe, the person who is in this traditional person is very powerful. I think Koga want to portray a role where, why it's true that we got a VP as his next person, I think he won't be the one to say, "Oh, he'll be the kingmaker." Anybody in the Nima politics who running for senator or representative or for president, he can say, well, they will go to him and say, yeah, they need a blessing. That's why you want to play. I think that's why you're trying to fight for.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you trying to fight for?
My question is, my problem is, why would Nima want that?
Culture.
No, it's not. No. Before Prince Johnson, there was not a polarizing one figure in Nima as it is. It was never like that. Prince Johnson became a polarizing figure after the war.
Yeah, with the war, I agree. But then since the war, this man ran for a senator in 2005. He won, and since then, he has been very influential in Nima politics. Everybody who wanted Nima support, they went to him. So I think this is what we're talking about now. We're not talking about who will be president. We're talking about now who will be that influential person. Who when they say, "Oh,"
then we finish.
Yeah, who when they say, let's say I'm running for one position, or maybe somebody's a presidential candidate. They want to. They say what they want. They want Nima support. They want that person will be who will be that go-to person. So go see the person. The person they're the one who the person and give you that blessing, the endorsement. Then Nima behind you, majority of Nima behind you. I think that will be the fight now.
But that's what I'm saying, though. From the outside, inside, we know most Nigerians, in as much as they do it, that they admire Prince Johnson for what he did. We know the level of dissatisfaction about the way in which most of what he was doing was more like about him than of the people. I'm saying to myself here, sitting down from the outside, why would these people want to subject themselves to this same thing, to coronate another king? When the first kingdom did not serve you right, why would you want another one?
Man, tradition.
Again, that's not a tradition, Tony. That's not a tradition.
And
It's not a tradition.
nothing we're going to see equal to what happened or compared to what Prince Justin did for the past almost for the past 20 years. Since 2005, nobody gonna come there. And as I said, time to time, the Nimba politics no longer gonna be monolithic in terms of one person controlling it. Prince Johnson was an extraordinary person to the Nimbayans. And the reason why they adore him that way and respected him, consider him as a king figure, is that he did something they believe that no one would have done for them. And I know that the Nimba people, they believe that at the time they were being ostracized, they were being eliminated from part of the country by the junta government of Samuel Doe. And he came in, and when Taylor brought the war, he came in at the time where he was assigned. He captured the former president and executed him in an execution style, tortured him, and the rest of that. They get a hell know about how he executed him. It's not a concern. The problem is that the men that killed their children, the men that killed most of their husbands and other Nimbayans, this man came and captured him and just executed him in that kind of a gruesome manner. They're very proud of that. They believe he's a warrior. They believe he's an extraordinary hero. That's part of the reason why they treated him that way. So PYJ would not be another PYJ now in our lifetime in Nimba. No, there would not be. So what's going to happen in Nimba? Nimba politics is going to completely change. Nimba politics, you and myself can go Nimba politics, we debate the issue, and other Nimbayan will reason with you to money because you got good politics than I do.
Yes.
Because I want to be president of Liberia. So even Jeremiah Kun, if Kia is not taking it, he does not focus to do things that will be positive. Part of Nimba may even reject him tomorrow. The Nimba politics will change. Prince Johnson was just an extraordinary force to the Nimbayans. And part of the reason why he did that, because he played this role for them. They see him as a hero. And that's the reason why even if they bury him tomorrow or whatsoever, you're going to see people will still be around that place. You saw the turn up in Ganta when the body arrived in Ganta.
But no one knows that. Yeah, wow, you put that, yeah. Knows that. Oh, see, the man, what he said. That's no sir. He said PYJ was strong in life as well as in death. Tonight, but other than that, he said tonight, all the committed is in Banga, Green Star is in Sanikwede, majority black in Ganta, with a lot of black in Sakapie. Tomorrow we'll all meet in Ganta.
And look,
they bury him in Ganta?
Yeah, they say not burying in whom, but burying Ganta.
Okay, yeah, because a major city they bury him.
Somebody told me because I know the person said because they know whatever because of his role he played in early days of the war in Ganta.
Yeah, they'll bury him as a hero. And listen, the Nimbayan take that man, they take him as their own, the president, their king, and so they come as a match, the king.
See what's in Tata.
Yeah, so that's
another thing is that, and that's why another reason. But I believe whatever Koga does is going to be for now. It's not going to actually move the needle. Look, the two places of high education concentration in Liberia, that's Lofa and Nimba. You think after all this time of people sitting down and this guy is gone, you think those group of educated people that have been waiting long, you think they're going to sit down this time and just allow it? Come, please, man. It ain't not going to happen.
Ben Juma, politics local. You can have all the PhD. When you have no connect with people, the people on the ground forget it. But
let me tell you. PhD
do you know how many
people on the ground?
Ben, Nimba got one of the most educated group of people. Me that you know that.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you.
But mind you, so but how many of them today you find
Prince Johnson was Prince Johnson. No, look, Dominic, Prince Johnson was beyond a reproach. He was bigger than life in Nimba. You can't take it away from him. Look, people, look, the educated people trying to fight him, they did not, and they could not make it. Now he's gone. You think those boys are going to sit down and allow for another chief to be coronated? It's not going to happen. Come on,
I agree that people said I agree you will not have you will have a dominant figure like Prince Johnson again in Nimba. But now what people try to fight for, to have some sense of to have some to occupy certain status, certain position in Nimba, to say, well, I'm one of those who can make things happen in Nimba for people. And I think that what Okuga tried to do today, to perform that ritual, to say, well, I'm the one who would be the next person who you're gonna look up to. But he will not be able to fill the shoes of PYJ. But also too, we are watching to see the election, the by-election of that will come after the burial of PYJ. And whoever win, okay, I mean, I don't know whether any of the opposition will put out a candidate. I don't see it happening. I don't see CDC. I don't think CDC will put out a candidate. And I don't know whether they will endorse a particular candidate, put a support behind a particular candidate. I don't know. But,
no. So if Koga is contesting on another, he didn't support the CDC will definitely put a candidate up.
CDC?
Yes, CDC is going to put a candidate up. And they should do it to test their strength in Nema also again.
Man.
Now,
I mean, first of all, you know, that election will be expensive. Let me tell you that. Be expensive election.
No, if they don't have money, then that's a business.
Oh, CDC will not. I'm saying CDC putting a candidate up. What they could do, they could put a support like endorsement behind a candidate.
But that's what I'm saying now.
They do what they got with Jala.
That's what I'm saying. The Met support, if she contesting the Met support, they will put a candidate out. And we're talking behind the same photo. It may encourage them to support someone. Now, listen, if he's contesting and he's someone that is very smart and all things, I would encourage my dear brother to get in the race, and we will come out and give some serious media support and the rest of it.
Everything?
No, I'm talking about I would encourage him to come on the show sometime next week.
Ooh.
But he's waiting for the need to be announced, for the burial to be done, then and the election commission. But so he's a friend and brother. We grew up in Painesville together and other things. We spent some time in the Painesville area. He's T1OK. He's here. I think he's seen.
Oh, I know him. Oh, T1OK one around too?
Yes, that's the information I'm hearing.
Yeah, I heard that too. I know him. Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So I think he's in the Cleveland area. So, but the burial is tomorrow, right?
Yeah, very tomorrow.
So by Monday, hopefully, or Tuesday, during section, the Honorable Liberian Senate will now announce the vacancy in the House of Senate by Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes. And then when next informed, so they have 90 days.
Yeah.
As per the day of the announcement, the information to conduct the election. So that 90 days. So if the money is available now, if the financial made the money available, they will have that election. So, but they should not have it no later than 90 days. Right? They should have it no later than 90 days. So they can have it in February, they can have it in March, or they can have it in the last month, which is April. That will be exhausting the 90 days. So it will be January, February, March, April. So that's the period they have. But I'm inclined to believe that because of time, the Canada was structured in a way that we made an announcement. The election will be sometime in April. So to give all of those candidates the time to go, because we have to do voter education, publication of qualified voter, application to the process and the campaign.
I'm looking at April, yeah.
So that dispensation will be around April of the elections. So I believe it's gonna, but it's going to be a very consequential elections also for the person that's going to win. Pretty much just one year. 1 year of his term. So the person is going to have 8 more years left.
Wow.
If he won 8 years.
And
So
another thing that we give the
you
people
go into 33. 33. Come again?
Another thing that we give the VP a hard time in that election, and when if he's supposed to candidate from Prince Johnson party, the politics will be that how can you support Prince Johnson party? Prince Johnson left his party with you, and you abandoned this party. This is politics now. You abandoned this party and went to join the UP. So he have a lot of questions to answer himself.
He didn't abandon the party.
No, the man did it. No. Timani, the man had an interview. What it was 3 days before Prince Johnson died, and open it.
No.
Open it. He said he was open.
Yeah, but here's the thing now. UP.
I know that, but we were playing.
Not bobbing it. No, that get it clear now. UP. But UP got in the Unity Party. Before you run on a ticket, you'll be part of the party. So when he joined you, when Bogart took him as running mate, he had to go through the process where UP will say formerly joined UP as a member of the Unity Party. So he's not a member of MDR NMO. So
if you were part of UP,
MDR and UP, they supported UP, they endorsed UP. But for the fact that he became the vice chancellor Borough of Boyka, he automatically became a member of Unity Party. Now, then it's just that
nobody told him to come out and disparage.
I don't know why he said that. I'm a member of MDR and board, and that's the
yes.
That. But let me make the point. Now it depends. Now they have to come to understanding. If MDR and UP kind of understanding, they can feature one candidate. But if MDR insists that they feature a candidate, listen carefully to me now. If MDR says we are putting a candidate in this race for this seat, because that seat was MDR seat, it wasn't on UP seat. Listen to me carefully now. Prince Johnson ran as MDR candidate and won that seat. So MDR say we are putting a candidate in the race to represent our party for the federal seat. Now, the VP will be in a tricky situation because now, if two things, either UP will say, well, we won't put our candidate. We won't put our candidate. We'll support the MDR candidate because they will do it not to embarrass the VP. Because if UP say put a candidate forward, MDR put a candidate, now the VP will decide who he supports. MDR, is a NEMA-based party. So now that'll be a tricky solution because if either he will cross you say, "Oh, UP, I know I own your ticket, but I will support my MDR candidate because that the party our leader came from." So that'll be a decision thing to make, a tricky situation to make. It'll be tricky right there.
I know UP do not like to play by the rules. They always want to benefit. Everything they want to benefit. They don't like to play by the rules. Now that they know Prince Johnson is no more around, they do not need nobody help. They can do this on their own. They can look in the VP face and say, "Look, we putting somebody in the race. You have to choose. Are you with us or are you against us?" And they were putting me in a very sticky area because guess what?
I don't think I think he would talk because you won't embarrass the sitting vice president. You embarrass the man. So they have to do some talking because if UP puts him in the race, he because mind you now, if he will run any election for the future of a president, running on UP ticket. So if UP put his man in the race, you got to support your party ticket. But if NDR put his man in the race too, and you say go against them, now you go against them, and then in the event the election result comes out and the candidate does not win, you know there's a problem. It's a political slap. So gotta be very careful.
You got to choose who or where he wants to be. You can't serve two masters. You either with us or you against us. And you people put that card to him. And you think who would be vulnerable? I mean, at this point, it will be the vice president will be vulnerable because they got him where they want him to be. He will be. Because guess what? If you people put a candidate in Nima and wins, the victory becomes completely useless.
No, but it depends who because he can't say I will also I will be neutral. No, you gotta take a side. You gotta take a side, and you gotta take a side, and
the reason why he has to take a side because we know a few days before President death, there were a lot of audio where there was this conflict between him and President. So he will have to come more on the side to defend MDR than any other. I mean, to tell the people of Nima, I still got the paper back. So he will have more to do.
Koga, one of the most corrupt politicians.
So far, we hear you.
So
Koga corrupt.
Okay. Hey. All right. So I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to be talking. That was a hot mic. That was a hot mic. But let me chime in on this conversation, right? First of all, this is the opportunity for us to reconcile and honestly transform Liberia. The reason why I'm mentioning this is simple. One of Liberia's most corrupt politicians, all right, in the name of Koga, it is now presenting himself as, what is wrong with this dog? Why you keep messing with my wires? Sorry, guys. All right. Koga is now presenting himself as the most loyal and tribalist individual who represents the interests of the people. Well, no, I mean, he's a tribalist, I would say. So that's why I'm describing him as the most tribalist individual, right? But what I'm saying here is this guy, okay, he represents not the interest of not even the ants on the ground, not to even speak of his family at home before we talk about the community he's from or the city or county, not to even get to the national level. If we sit here today, tomorrow, or the day after, and allow this man to portray himself as the image of Nima County and the people buy into this nonsense, it will be a clear indication that Liberians are not ready for true transformation. Koga is here trying to get what he believes is sincerely his, like, born.
If I'm a politician, like Western politician, can talk about no far. I will test my
bro.
So I agree. Look, here's my true understanding of where Liberia true transformation comes from. And this is where I sincerely believe we will participate in Liberia transformation. The likes of Koga and other people who believe that they can deceive the people of Liberia based on cultural values. Okay, we appreciate our culture. We love our culture. We appreciate those who are ready to educate us about our culture. But what we disagree with are those who believe that they can deceptively present to us what is not sincerely our culture, or deceptively get themselves into permanent positions in society based on what we consider cultural values. No, we will not adhere to those nonsense, because you know what? Our culture is so valuable to us that we should not allow individual based on political alignments to simply put themselves in position of inheritance, as though they deserve that right to portray themselves in the way that they are. No, our culture, Liberia culture, if you are to take a minute or two of your time and just read about Liberia culture, it is unique. Every county, every tribe, okay, we have a unique culture. If you were to go to the Loma tribe, we have a unique culture, okay? You were to go to the Bandi tribe, where my mother is from, the culture is different. In addition to the Kwele, the Gio, Mano, and you can name the rest of us. So for us to allow ourselves to allow these politicians, okay, these individuals who are a bunch of hyenas, and folks who are simply just trying to take away from us, to dilute our culture based on individual self-interest, I think it is a challenge to all of us to stand against this nonsense. And this is what the likes of Samuel Koga and other people are attempting to do. If you, my brother Pee Wee, Sylvester, if you don't put on your armor today to stand against the likes of Samuel Koga, Ben Sanvi, Benjamin Jonah, and even you, Tamerlane George, if you don't put on your armor and stand against Koga, you will stand as nothing more than a failure to the true transformation that we want in Liberia. Today is the day. We must bring in true transformation, and that will only be done based on our true value and desire for transformation in Liberia. Koga should not be the face. Neither should any one of those who have been a part of the true corruption in Liberia be the face to represent the now deceased and late Senator Prince Johnson, the former warlord and rebel leader.
Lofa, if you know what you're saying, I agree with you, Lofa, but the thing is that
short correction. A short correction, very short. I don't think Koga was tribalist, to be honest. He did not exhibit anything that had any sense or semblance of tribalism. He was just performing the tribal ritual. Because I don't want you tomorrow, the day you see me when I'm making Grand Crew dress up, I mean attending the war dance, I don't want you calling me a tribalist as well. But all he did was just fine.
In confinement with the tribal line.
Well, let me say this though, Lofa. The thing what you're saying, it makes sense, but guess what?
What?
What you're saying, it can only suffice when you talk about national politics, not about local politics where it's treated to a county. You see, if to you can portray Koga as this Buddhist man, this so-called person, but guess what? The people in Nima, they're the one who takes him differently, who sees him in a different prison. You see, so it's not like to say he running for president or vice president or something like that. But
I'm sorry to interrupt you yet. This is a closing argument. They fire. The closing argument is not fire.
The man is popular among his people. You can never tell. And
it is an assumption. That statement right there is an assumption of his popularity.
Let me take it back. The man. He has won two elections, right? He won. He just won got reelected. But for a district. But now, what you saw him doing today is he was trying to look. It's simple. Somebody said it earlier. He trying to position himself, portray himself as this person who I'm the one who's the chosen one. That means I'm the chosen one. So now it is left with the people of Nimba to decide whether he's the chosen one or not. But again,
and Tamerlane, you know, there's a reason why the media is referenced as the fourth estate. You know the reason why they're referenced as the fourth estate? That brings a lot of responsibility. We must conscientize our people. When you sit behind a microphone, regardless of the position in which you serve, okay, as a member of the fourth estate, whether you're serving as a reporter, a journalist, or a talk show host, because all of these different areas as part of the media or as a media practitioner, they are responsible in some way, but you are all confined to one group and one space, and that's the reason why you are referenced as media, the fourth estate and media practitioner. So our responsibility is to educate and learn. When we notice these things happening, we must conscientize our people in the way possible for us to transform Liberia. My goal here on any platform, in every platform that I sit on, is not simply to gain favor, okay, but to conscientize my people as to how we can truly transform Liberia. And this is where it starts. When the likes of Koga and other people believe in themselves that they can use these cultural exhibits to transform our people, it is on you, the Pee-wee and other people, to say, you know what, regardless of our county, the difference in travel line, we all believe in culture and we have some kind of submission to our cultural value, but we will not use this to lie to our people because of political interest. And this is where we come in and challenge the authority and say, we will not do that. We will use the true value of our culture to make sure that Liberia is transformed. And this is where I'm coming to say the less of Koga and other people, and even the what's his name, the vice president. These people have no right to stand in that, because the true value of African culture is humanity, and humanity in no way have room for corruption. But these people have exhibited true corruption, and this is what we talk about.
I enjoy Lofa, but Lofa, that message is for 2029, not for Nima politics. Nima politics, look, politics is different. But let me tell you, right? Let me
hear from my uncle. Let me hear from my uncle so he can say what he wants.
I come in, Lofa, and Pee-wee, listen, I went to the register to vote in Liberia, April of 2023. Yeah, 2023, yeah, we registered to vote. So when I went there, the VP, I thought you were senator now, so he invited me to Nimba. We're having lunch with the guy, how do you call him, Floyd Thomas. So the guy, my first time meeting this guy, Koga now. Koga comes in the restaurant. I said, I can tell. The ball, you can tell. If I noticed that he had dyed hair. His hair is dyed. He probably go white. I got a bluff ball, man. He came there. He said, yeah. And he said, the guy? I said, no. But he said, but I know the man. The man be on spoon, right? And the man on spoon. The man, I know the man. I said, hey, go. So the man said, hey, uncle, I came in. I said, yeah. So he said on that. The way you are dressed, right? That is the homeboy. Dress up. He shaved everything shaved. Dress up with gold ring, gold chain, everything with dark shades. Then you see him, man. You know what? I know who will dye hair. You'll do well. I don't dye my hair. When you dye the hair and the sun shining.
I know. Just like Giuliani.
When the sun shining, it dark.
That was called.
So yeah. So I said, yeah, I won't bother. You see him bluffing. I said, yeah. So when I saw the guy pay up today, the guy. Oh, Koga is a character, right? That boy playing that thing. I would dress in my bomber,
right?
In my bomber form, traditional form. You see, man, no, the other people who want to run, most of them they want to do that, to dress like that. They want to put a seat in their body, some of their body parts. No, I would dress a real warrior and perform my ritual. And you see, the guy in running. They say, the guy doing my everybody there in the purple suit, the man alone in a bomber, everybody watching him. So look, the guy is looking for attention. The guy's trying to make sure that people see him as that person. That's all.
But Tamerlane, before my uncle come in here, Pee-wee, that is what we consider blasphemy, right? He's lying to us. Now, for those of you, the educated people, those of us who are not educated, we can't speak to these things because it is above our understanding, especially when it comes from the cultural aspect of things. Pee-wee and other people who have had the opportunity to work in these various environments, dealing with the traditionalist and of course the international partner can then speak to this. But just from my lawman understanding, it is obviously some level of deception. And if I allow myself to be deceived in such a manner, then what was the point of me having to even sit in more than to acquire modern education? And they just say, what was the point of it? If I can allow one clown to deceive me, then where do I stand? Pee-wee, go ahead. Let me sit back and listen.
But you can still be educated from the modern perspective,
still do traditional
and
things.
deeply and be a traditionalist. And I am
No,
one of those.
I'm not. I say deceived.
No, he was. I don't think he was deceiving. He was performing his culture. He was just executing his responsibility as one of those persons that is culturally oriented. And
But there are folks who are saying that there are also folks who are saying that the position he played was not of his what I say. Okay, folks are saying what he did today was not of his what I would say class or what it belongs to. Okay. They're saying,
but we don't have the facts.
So from the Loma people or the Kisii people, the uncle, nephew, right? In our culture, uncle, based on what they have in Nima County. I don't have any connection to Nima County. I'm just going and just doing my own observation and hoping to learn. But they're saying it should have been in reverse. It should have been in reverse. It should have been.
But it made it better.
Had he been the one, God forbid, to have been in Senator Prince Johnson case, then Senator Prince Johnson could have done the jump over and all of that extra stuff. But because that is not the case, it should have been the nephew, or the nephew, the nephew to do what he attempted to do. So in short, from my understanding, he was doing all of these things as showboat. He himself didn't even understand the culture. You see, part of the reason why I say we should not deceive ourselves. This is my concern, because I think when we attempt to include politics in our culture, then we take away the cultural value. In our culture, we are supposed to respect.
Let me ask you one question. So Tupac is a politician. So do you expect him when he goes to perform his traditional ritual that he devote himself for politics? I say, oh, since I'm doing the thing that I'm no more a politician, he's still
no. That's not what I expect of him. But what I expect of him is to exhibit the true nature of the culture, so that it is retained, because our culture stays and it is retained, so that the generations after us, we should not be deceptive in the process, because then it derails.
When black people die,
it derails the process.
When black people die, when black people die in America, and see these presidential candidates go there, do you think that do you really think that they really care about that person that is dead, or they go there sincerely?
See, that's part of the things we talk about. You want to make comparison to cultural value, when that's part of the reason why religion. You know why religion was brought to Africa, and people just. I'm gonna get into that conversation tonight. Go ahead, Sylvester.
So again, the same process we normally share in terms of we can do an adjustment in bureaucracy and other areas. The traditional people also do some bureaucracy. They do some adjustment. I agree that I don't know the definite relationship between the both men, who's the nephew or who's the uncle. But as I explained first, I indicated that in Lofa, the nephew played a lot of role on behalf of the uncle. The nephew is the person that would cap the pound one for the uncle. The nephew is the one that when there's a bereavement in the family or in the tradition, The nephew is the one that is the gatekeeper that will be there to protect the casket and protect the mat, lead the way to the grave, and the rest of that. The nephew plays a very significant role. The nephew is the one that will have to enter the house and even demand for the uncle clothes. The nephew does a lot of things. So I don't know the exact relationship between Toga and that of Frank Johnson as to who is the nephew or who.
Koga.
Sorry, Koga.
Sylvester, 1 second, all right? If you don't mind, let us bring someone with the cultural background. Yes, Cindy. She comes with that cultural origin and hopefully the understanding as to what is done in Liberia. She wants to contribute to the hopefully to correct me on my missteps or statements. If you don't mind.
Yeah, she can come in. But again, let me before she can come in,
okay.
We'll have different sides of the culture in the country.
Okay.
And I'm very open with the culture from Lofa, Bom, Niba, Mangibi, and part of Grand Bass and the rest of that also Niba, right? So again, the rule, if Prince Johnson, if the nephew, then I mean it was not appropriately done until maybe there was a dispensation given to Koga to do that. But it's Koga is the nephew, that's absolutely correct what he did today.
Okay, so says Cindy, you listen to Pee Wee. So what is your take on this? And by the way, I mean no offense when I'm coming across this way because I think this try just give the conversation a little bit more exciting to be a part of. But let's hear from you.
Yeah. So let me first start by saying a different experience. So and everybody has the right to feel the way they feel. And I'm going to let my brothers and sisters, my aunties and uncles of Nimakani have their day. But because the mirror have two faces, I like you still give people what they do. You know, I can love you and still disagree with you. But let me say this. First, my name is Yaseni. So, you know, I come from a long lineage of Zoes.
So Sandy, what does what does the name Yaseni? Because you made that sound as though it has some kind of powerful
It does.
Okay, so what is it? Help us understand what is the word Yaseni? What does that represent?
Yeah. Warrior mother.
But let me first say, you know, Lofa, when you first came on, something you said was, you are in the news. You know, his name was Gable. Gable was the chief propagandist for Adolf Hitler. He said, wherever you hear over and over, okay, it becomes a part of you. And if nobody challenges it, it becomes a belief system. It becomes a culture. It becomes a tradition.
Thank you.
Culture and tradition are man-made. It can be adjusted. That one thing we should understand. When one of those days, if I feel good, all of this diagram will come so we can have this conversation. You all are in a position to shift where we are to the future. You can project it. It can become what we hope for. You are in the driver's seat. You don't have to reinvent. All you got to do, steer the wheel in the direction for which you need it to go, or customize it to fit what future you hope for the Liberian people. So here it is. My great uncle, or my great uncle was the first senior senator of Nimakante when Nimakante became a candidate, Johnny Voka. He was a fair man. Okay, other people came after him, but that name will ring anywhere when you call him. Okay, when in Nimakani, like for instance, my younger sisters, okay, can marry my husband if I should die, but I cannot marry my younger sisters' husbands because they are my children. My husband, okay, so I'm the mother. That's the way it works.
Absolutely.
We don't have cousins. Cousins are colonial belief or terminology. We don't have cousins in our tradition. You have uncles, okay? Anybody from your mother's side. I am both Mano and Gio. I am from my grandfather is from Gray, okay? My other grandfather is from Mempa. We own the town. Every time I go to, you can see. Is named after my great-grandfather, which was a chief. Okay? Now, and I come from a long line of Zoes. This is not something we display publicly. It's something that is done in somewhere we call BIE, okay, in among sororities member or a society that you're calling, like colonial people call it sorority to make it sound good. We call it society, whatever you want to call it. And before the aftermath, before coming into the public, if there was a power there that needed to change hand to begin with. Okay, so basically, that's how you call me. I am a soul myself. I was born, okay. I left Liberia, but I'm stayed there and stay respected that when I go to my country.
Did you put some kind of voodoo in my cassava leaves when you cook for me?
The last time you were here, why you think you love me so much? Yes, we have you. So
when I yeah, I think this so.
Listen up. It's Spring Johnson's mother that is related to that man, and because that is that, he is not the nephew, he is the uncle.
Wait. Says Cindy, hold on 1 second. Carry us back. Who is the uncle and who's the nephew in this case?
Okay. Let's say this. Spring Johnson is the nephew. The nephew cannot jump over the uncle. Just as I cannot marry my younger sister's husband, but they can marry my husband.
So if Prince Johnson is not the uncle, then it was in Koga's right to jump over the.
No, Prince Johnson, Koga is the uncle. Prince Johnson is the nephew. You heard me say anyone that related to your mother from our.
It's the other way around. But probably there was a Zoe dispensation.
Okay.
There was dispensation for him to jump. The Zoes allow it.
Man has the child.
Okay.
Anybody from on your father's side, those are your parents.
Okay.
Okay. Because automatically, that's why in Nimba, if the man is leaving, he says, I'm taking my children. Or even the woman leaving, they take you to your parents without the child. So it's in reverse. All right? It should not be. This is, and you know, today when I wrote and tried to have people come and say, you don't know the Nimba tradition. My mother, my biological mother, body was paraded in the place and was taken. All right? She's a soul. I come from a long lineage of souls. No one to. I fear nobody. I speak. So if we don't make adjustment, we don't move the goalpost when it fits. I see people coming who grew up here who have no sense of, you know, when people. I think at one point, lots of people were calling me bourgeoisie. People were calling me what do you call it, Congo person and all of that.
Yeah.
So let me say I'm going to say the Imano. Mom, you know, get me. That I want to na one kwa ke laibia ke ko mienu ko no me ko tan ka ke pin ka ke sida kala ko bian ko ko ma ko no me de ko swan sida
what they mean do
That's nothing what it
ka bua sida kiara be ka kana ka quality ke ka ke e ka karo na me bi ka ble ya ka bi that's all I want to say.
Okay.
Give the man his respect. But if you're going to exhibit our tradition, do it properly so our people can learn. Because those who know it, those who don't know it, they might be, you know, all happy and say, this is beautiful. Yes, beautiful. Even, let me say, even with the clothes, right? The style, that's our tradition. My grandpa used to wear the chief will wear the lapa and wear the shirt. And the people that follow will wear the bomber, and then they will wear the tie the cloth that the Rwandans do, and pin the lapa on the side, or they will wear the top on top of it. But we don't wear the Nigerian cloth. We have our own cloth. I think, yeah, let me go. I know they will come cost me good, but I don't mind. At least.
Thank you, sis. Thank you, Sister Cindy. You know, a lot of time, let me just say this, and you guys can chime in on Sister Cindy's deliberation. A lot of time, again, I am a novice. I am a novice to a lot of things, but what I know for a fact is my ability to reach out, to inquire, and to educate myself on our culture, because nobody's going to leave me back. I will fill myself in, and we all would. We will definitely benefit from our culture. My dad always said this to me. He said, don't be an I-7. If you sincerely believe in what you believe, work for it tirelessly, even in the dark, because when it is dark, there is a divine intervention that is watching you. I always want to be a part of Liberia, always want to learn about Liberia in my culture. So when it is opportune to learn about my culture, I will exhibit everything possible. You know, I've never been to my dad's town, Litisu, but I try everything possible to learn about that town. But I'm still learning, and you know, in not too far, I will be in Lofa County, and I will eat tabagia. Well, I've been eating tabagia anyway.
And Lufa, somebody saying that if you and your senior don't believe that Koga accomplished his political aim today, and you guys really got to rethink, because
that's the.
I think he accomplished the political mission today.
Tamale, that is the reason why. Ben, I'm sorry. Just give me 5 more seconds. That is the reason why I'm here, and I came the way I came. I see Cecil, Cecil out here saying, "Lofa, go to sleep." The reason why I'm out here to debunk all that nonsense is because the likes of Cecil and other people will buy into that, because they are not inclined. They're not creating the environment for themselves, for them to learn. They are simply.
You mixing national politics and local politics.
No. We're discussing tradition here and the level of deception. If we don't reserve our culture, I can tell you, few years from now, the likes of Koga and other people will literally transform everything. You listen to what Pee Wee said. You listen to Pee Wee. You listen to Yesindi. Go ahead, Ben.
What I want to say is that there's something that Yesindi said at the beginning of her statement, that culture can be adjusted. There are a lot of things that are set in stone in our
even what she
culture.
said, I told you that there can be dispensation.
Even though those things can be adjusted by the elders. So why it is true that Koga is the uncle, because I know certain things in my own tribal lineage, where if let's say the first male child is supposed to inherit everything, from the father. In case the father does not have a first, does not have a male child, and the female, there are things that.
Okay. Since I have another person from Nima County who wants to contribute.
Okay.
Can we take that person? Okay.
Yeah, before the person comes in, let me just say this.
Okay.
I briefly listened to Yesindi, and I think she was, quite frankly, correct in most of what she said. She just validated that she was on course of what she said. But before I concluded, before she came in, I said, in the culture, both we, Nimba, Lofa, Bom, Magibi, Bapolu, Bomi, and the rest of that, there's dispensation. Traditional people do make adjustment dispensation. Now, the process about he doing that, if it is not cultural, that he's supposed to have done that as a nephew, probably he was destined.
That's a serious trouble.
He was destined by the Bodios, because they're different. For instance, in Lofatana, we have different sort of society and the cultural orientation in terms of that. The same trend is in Nima. So he was destined, because he didn't do it alone. He saw the chain of agents that executed this process. They were dressed, and there was a pattern. For instance, we had something in Lofa called the Korubai, and the Korubai is going out. That was his manager. There was a messenger there to lead a path for him to do it.
You mean Yaka position?
Yes, it was a procedural.
But Pee Wee, how many political leaders of present day political leaders of Nima County exhibited tradition, have exhibited the traditional posturing since the men died? I think when the Kuga have done it though.
Oh, no. What Koga did today,
And
it's going to go a long way in
I want to say,
determining something. Koga did something that stole the show.
yes,
And that's why today we are discussing it.
exactly.
He did something that stole the show. And he did something that stole the show on a serious note.
And this is why I tell Lofa, Koga may be corrupt, maybe incompetent, but guess what? Traditionally, I would say you are attacking Koga on a national level. But what I'm trying to tell you, locally, he exhibiting himself to be a strong person. He accomplished a mission today.
Okay, so what about let's bring this caller in, and I want us to interact.
Okay.
So let the caller talk first. Mark, go ahead. Let's hear from you. What is your contribution? You've been asking. By the way, Tamerlane, Mark been asking to get your number. So is it okay for me to share your number?
No problem.
Okay, Mark, go ahead.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Lofa, and thank you to Pee-wee, Timony, and Brother Bang. You know, I got a different take on the whole issues with Koga presenting himself to be the best or the traditionalist or the chief of Zulu for Nima. I'm from Nima, born and reared in Nima, grew up there, know everything about how people was buried. I saw the late Samuel Vani, the late Sam Vani, who was even more bad than Prince Johnson. I witnessed his burial. He was part of the same zoo from the same region and that of the UBF as well when he was buried. It was before me. And my thing with Koga and other people using Prince Johnson body for political relevance. So I got issue with it because Prince Johnson, if Prince Johnson wanted to be buried in that direction or in that light, I guess he would have making himself known that he's into those kind of things. But there was no day or no time or anywhere for me to ever hear that one of the zoo or one of the chief died in Nima and Prince Johnson went there and this kind of ritual was well
fair
performed.
point. Good point.
Nowhere I ever heard that and I even see it. So Prince Johnson had a congregation. He from a church. He from an organization. So I guess Prince Johnson
he was also a zoo. He was also a zoo.
Can you what's his name? Pee-wee is saying he was a zoo and he was of the Christian background. Is that possible? Can you serve two God at once?
No. I don't think when you live in Christ, if you were Zoe before and you decide and you transform to Christ, you have become a Christian.
I come in. You gotta be into 1 minute. I come in. I want you to understand this.
Okay. Let make the interactive here so we can learn.
I want you to understand this clearly.
So
being a zoo
hold on one second.
Being a zoo does not mean that you despise the Almighty God. Now, even the zoos in Bodio will say, by the grace of God.
No. They will say, they will say, by the grace of our God.
No, by the grace of God.
No, they say our God.
I come in 1 minute. In Loma,
in Loma, our God.
No, that's our God. Grasaleze, by the grace of the Almighty God. Grasaleze.
Okay.
Grasaleze. Meaning by God's grace.
So, let me just say something. Let me just say something.
Let him respond to Pee-wee.
Ben, hold on a minute.
My point is not whether Prince Johnson was now. He was a zoo or not. That's not my point. My point is, I know Prince Johnson that he woke up every Sunday morning, went on a pulpit to preach. So his death not supposed to be the way it was when they got to Nima, where they had a ticket to do ritual. My point is that ritual that I saw today have never existed in Nima. Except maybe because it happened before.
No. You haven't seen it in Nima. You haven't seen it in Nima, but it's
Look,
getting
look,
so hold on 1 second. So your concern is the fact that because you haven't seen it means that it doesn't exist.
That doesn't mean it ain't happening.
No. Even if it exists, that's why says the Asani made it clear that if those things happen, it happens somewhere we call BIE. That where the chief, the big people in the town, the head of the zoo, they take that body to where we call the devil, down know the devil room, where the zoo and the chief and everybody can meet. So ritual or such, if he was part of them and they deserve to do what they want to do, then where it can be done.
But he was
okay.
So
Look back.
Go ahead.
Because I am quite sure that brother is a Christian, just like myself, and I want him to understand. Does he really understand how much ritual was done on Jesus Christ's body when he was when he was killed?
You're about to turn this conversation into religion.
Don't even argue. There was traditional rituals on Jesus Christ's body.
Okay, let him answer. Let him answer the question. Go ahead, Mark. Answer the question. You heard Ben's question.
Because people always think.
Hold on, Ben. Hold on 1 second. Now you answer the question. Let him answer. Hold on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, the rituals you're talking about, I was done on Jesus Christ about it. It was never the way you're talking about traditional ritual that
Who told you? You know what they put on Jesus? They put spice. They put spice.
The Coca man you're talking about, Coca and Prince Johnson have never been friends for almost 18 years.
That's not true. That's not true.
Only cement that friendship.
The man just endorsed Coca recently, man. Don't say that one now. Come on.
No, that's 18 years. Not true. They don't be having issue, but not long term. That's not true.
Both of them have never. They have never crossed paths for the past 18 years. I was in Lima. I know they never speak.
No, that's not true. 18 years is not. That's not true. That's not true. To be on and off. There was a time even Coca, Prince Johnson was the cause Coca.
Never talk. It was recently when Coca decided to run for the senatorial position. He went to Senator Johnson's office so that they can reconcile what has been transpiring between them throughout.
No, I come in 1 minute. I come in, please. Listen.
2017, I was in Prince Johnson home as a pool washer. I went there because I was part of the police. I was assigned there in Gorman Place, where Coca, the district.
But it's not what you said about 18 years. That's not true. As a matter of fact,
I heard a lot of things. I know Prince Johnson house, and I saw I got Coca mother place. The both of them in Amherst, they were from the same place, and they were related. They never crossed paths.
No.
Prince Johnson entered his own hometown.
Why coming
in 2017? Upward. So I just try to make it clear that the both of them never had a good relationship either.
That's not true.
Okay, so Mark, hold on 1 second. I
don't want us to go back and forth on this too much. That's not true. As a matter of fact,
when you said that's not true, based on what?
Yeah, that's not true. And as a matter of fact, Prince Johnson was the cause Koga even got elected. And they didn't have a relationship. How this thing happened? They had some problem, but not 18 years. That's not true. 18 years, not true. 18 years.
Doing a by-election
that's not 18 years. That's not.
Let's do it one at a time.
Yeah, doing a by-election for Kunsi.
Hold on, Mark. Hold on 1 second. Let him get that.
For people Kunsi, I spoke to PYJ. He said, I think he had some issue with Kun. He said, your man, I think Kun endorsed Yan, the guy who won election. Then I think PYJ endorsed Koga. But PYJ, me and Koga were having, they had some problem before. But I think he did it the fact that he was mad with the UP and Kun. So that's what he did. Because he said, your man endorsed Yan, but why you can't campaign for him in Nima? Why are you talking on the radio? Okay, because Kun endorsed Yan, but he never campaign for him on the ground in Nima. PYJ was there. PYJ said, what campaign for Koga said? I think he just endorsed him, but he didn't take his time to go on the field and to campaign for him. But he did it he was mad. Or he did it out of fact he was mad with him.
So what you're saying is you're in agreement with the caller that the endorsement was simply based on retaliation.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I can tell you also too that now what I'm getting here that some people at Nima people are telling me that what he did today is not ordinary. No, that part of
It is symbolic. It's a symbolic of the true
But
culture.
another person saying
of Nema County.
He say you can't jump over your nephew body.
Yeah.
That's why somebody tell me too, but I'm confused. So on the Nima boat, I mean, around this, you're saying
and I was hoping that Mark will actually clarify this. But Mark going into politics, tell us about the culture.
Let me clarify that. Even the costume that Koga used today is not a costume they can use. That costume Koga
used. But Mark is contradicting himself. Come on. Yeah. Mark is contradicting himself just now.
Give Pee-wee some time. Let he say you're contradicting himself.
Mark is trying to contradict himself and confusing us. He first said it don't exist, then he said the costume was wrong. So where are we? How can he just suppose that?
No.
He said this thing.
It's in there. There's a story that says if it's not done right, it's not done at all.
Yeah, and he first said there's no way he has seen anything happen, and we challenge it. And no,
that's what I'm saying. If it's not done right, it's not done at all.
He's saying now that the costume was wrong. Then where are we?
Okay, so let's give him a chance to clarify himself.
To be honest, on the side of Mike said that it can happen, but it does happen like in the Eva Forest.
It was later when we challenged him, before he said it can happen in the when he called the place. Right? But then he came down and said the costume.
Let him make
and he also said he had.
I can replay it. I have the ability. We can replay it.
He also said quickly.
Let Mark make clarity on his statement.
Yeah, he also said he haven't seen it before. How did he know the costume was not okay?
Okay, go ahead. Mark, go ahead and respond to that.
Okay. Anyway, the first thing is that I know that those things happen to where I have never been. I've heard it.
Okay.
In where we call where they got big zoo and those things can happen. It happened there. I have never been there before.
Okay.
I have gone there before. I have never witnessed it there. But if for the benefit of the argument, when you say Koga right to do it, I would tell you that I have spoke to other people and they told me that this particular clothes that Koga even wearing, in terms of doing that, is not what they can wear. I have never been in the place where they can do it. I haven't gone there. I'm not part of it there. But I know that people said this is not a costume they use. The costume Koga is using, that costume is for Nigeria. I know that the Igbos, they are not Igbos.
So you see, and thank you, just clarify. You said people said, but before you said the costume, I know you said people said. Okay.
There were no occasion where a chief or zoo or whosoever died for Prince Johnson to attend that occasion and for this ritual that we're talking about, for it to be performed. There's nowhere, no time. Nobody will say, okay, the other zoo or the other chief from Nima when he died, Prince Johnson were there. This particular this particular issues were performed there. They have never happened. Koga then doing it because there were too many said that Koga stole the show. He tried to gain the mind and the aspiration of the people politically. That's why he did it. There's nothing Koga can prove extra.
But Koga was not the only person doing this thing. This thing was done with the whole town. He was not the only person. He was just a part. He was not the only one. There was all those zones were around the pool that you were seeing around. They were the ones carrying out. Koga was just a part of it. And he makes sure that he got the best of it. That's what he did. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. The guy is a politician. And you would think that the guy would go somewhere like that and he would not go to make a political
let's allow Mark to conclude so that we can get back to the conversation.
Let me conclude. My point here is Prince Johnson was a pastor. Even if Prince Johnson was part of it before, he was part of the Zoe thing or whatsoever, Prince Johnson became a pastor. In as much that I never heard Prince Johnson doing rituals, even during the wartime or after the wartime, and when he came back as an evangelist and he opened a church and became a pastor. He took his time every morning, went on the pulpit to preach. I guess his life was transformed. He was no more into that life because the life you live, that's the life you be buried into. If Prince Johnson wanted to be buried in that manner, I guess Prince Johnson was going to be, you're always going to be performing those things and people will know and say, this is Prince Johnson's life, that's what he been into. So this is why we're giving him
But Pee Wee here is saying that there is a possibility that one can actually be a part of different denomination. I don't know what this is not even
I'm a
the
Christian.
denomination.
Wait,
Ben, let me ask my question.
I'm a part of society. That doesn't stop me to be a Christian. I'm still a Christian.
We know. We can tell from your attitude.
They beating you again for being that. See,
Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
No, I didn't hear Ben.
Ben said he is a Christian and he's a devil.
I'm a Christian
and he's an.
But I'm a part of society. It does not take
atheist.
away my Christianity.
Okay, in short, he's saying he's an atheist. He's a Christian. He's a devilist, and he's still a part of everything. So that don't take away from what he believes in. What do you make of it?
Yeah, but if you were part of it, that's why the public judgment today we're saying that if you were part of it, we would have seen him doing such a thing. The thing you see a man doing in life, if I go to church every day or if I go to the mosque, whether I do something extra behind the scene and nobody's seeing it, and it have never if I come out to the public, you can't say that's what I'm doing. Prince Johnson, he was a bold person. If Prince Johnson supporting you, he will come out straight to tell you, I'm supporting you. If it's not for you, he will tell you, I'm not for you. If Prince Johnson was part of those kind of ritual, he had done it before, you and I were going to know it. But all I know, Prince Johnson did wrong, everybody participated during the war. They did what they could do. When he came back as a changed person. Prince Johnson, after the war, he didn't kill somebody again. So he was a pastor that I know. He was a pastor. So to take it back and take it back to all those places and jumping over it, like what he was doing, Koga was doing, and things like that, and it tried to be established that Koga wasn't the one that's supposed to do it. And they said, even if Koga wasn't the one to do it, there are a lot of people who were there. Koga is not the only relative.
Okay, so can we? So Mark, before I let you go, can we simply say that the comment here from Mayan D. Torben states that it has happened before in Nimak, but the reason for the reason people get in to know it is that Koga is a lawmaker and wants to inherit the late senator position. That's why. Could that possibly be?
It became a lot of. I think mine made a lot of sense, though. But
yes. So mine's making a lot of sense. So my question is:
Nova, did Koga jump over Prince Johnson body today?
He did. I got a video.
Yeah. Let's see the video, please.
Okay. You guys go ahead. Let me find the video.
Nova, let me say something quick.
All right.
Sarah said, what happened with the money?
No, it's not the money.
That's Sarah.
So Mark, before you leave, before you hang up, listen to the Ben's position statement, because when Ben is done, I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna go in the back to get the video from Prince from that corrupt guy jumping over the senator's body, and I was hoping that he would trip and knock his mouth over, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But anyway,
this is what I want you to know. I know you have seen me on the High Blood Pressure show before, and all you know about me is all that you have seen. But if you
Ben, to commercialize the platform about your platform, you have to pay for that. So let's talk about.
Okay, so listen.
If you want to talk about your show, then we have to get the money.
So I'm a Christian, but if you and I were to go to either Maryland or
Ben, you're Christian. No, Ben, you're Christian for real.
Finish, man. Stop.
No, I'm just asking. Ben, can I just ask a question? Are you a real Christian?
I am. Yes, I'm a Christian.
Okay,
so we are to go to either Maryland or Grand Crew, and we're about 6 in the evening or 4 in the evening, and there are sounds coming up from the bush, and they say he's coming. You will see what I will be doing, and you you will have to run in the house to go and hide. Do you know why you would go inside to hide?
Because
it would be at that time. No, because at that time you would say, oh, there's Bengal guy, other sides. So it's not everything people have to publicize their all of their lives. No, our tradition, there are certain things some of us join, some of things we are a part of, but still we still join this Western culture of Christianity. All right, so Christianity is also another culture. That's the Jewish culture. We have our African culture as well. So let us not make our own to look so horrible when we see it. It's not because we don't practice it. It means that it is all horrible and it's all bad. We should learn to respect this thing that our people have.
But this is where I feel like I need to come in. I think this is where I feel like this is where our culture is literally, we have allowed the Western world to take away from our true tradition, our culture.
Thank you.
Our culture have a meaning, okay? The meaning for which we are supposed to represent the true nature of who we are, okay? Our names represent something. I mean, our origins. Now, if we originally had a culture where the nephew was to jump over the uncle, and then all of a sudden, due to political desire, the greed in individuals, mankind, we then attempt to change things and say, because our culture can be transformed, we can adjust things, then we are not being original. There's a reason why the word original exists.
I disagree, Lofa.
Okay,
Lofa,
you cannot. Ben, hold on one second. Every time you make not even a minor tweak to anything, it's no longer original.
No, that's not true. Do you know what I said? That's not true. Jesus Christ was baptized in the Jordan River. Today, when we practice Christianity, we don't take people to the Jordan River to go and donate in the Jordan River. Guess what we do? We are custom. We are custom and we adapt. Hold on. We make the culture to still work, where we can take people to other smaller rivers that are closer to us, or we can do sprinkling. We can do a whole lot of things.
Okay, so Ben, let me help you understand one thing here. Ben, let me help you understand a thing or two here.
Yeah.
Why it is true that I am not as religious as you are, or I would not claim to be as much of a Christian, because my great grandfather, he had some ties to being an imam in part of Lofa County and all of these things. So, but I believe there is a divine God. But let me tell you something. When one speak of what you literally just spoke of, let me tell you something. You know what it is? When you practice what was taught to you, and simply because you spoke of the fact that Jesus Christ was actually baptized in the Jordan River, okay? Correct?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ's baptism was symbolic of what is expected, okay? That is not in any way, shape, or form an indication that it is required or mandatory that one exhibit similar act.
Correction. In Christendom, it is a mandate that as a Christian, your first relationship with Christ is to be baptized with Christ.
No.
It's non-negotiable.
It is not negotiable. Why it is true, Ben? what you're saying is, as I stated, Ben, what I said earlier, Ben, hold on one second. What I said earlier is the symbolic nature of Christianity. One can actually exhibit that, but it is not mandatory that one have to process the entire act of baptism to be done at the same site and location. That is not the case. What is required is the symbolic posture and continuation of what was exhibited by the man Jesus Christ. He was actually baptized in the Jordan River. So Christians, okay, are to continue the symbol and live in his footstep. Okay, and that is the reason why. And that is the reason why. Well, let me say this. We will not turn this into religion, but just like Christ said in His word.
Where contention?
My contention here is my contention. You asking what is my contention? My contention here is we should not try to dilute our culture because of political gain.
Don't fire yourself.
That is my point of contention.
Look, where's the record? Let me see the record.
There ain't no rack up in this thing here. Anybody on here who is rational enough will understand that, hey, there should be no reason why we should dilute our culture. The Caucasian.
People saying that people know all the things. For me,
as much as Pee-wee may have been a part of it, I may not have gone through that actual process.
I will initiate you.
I have done due diligence. Let me tell you something. I have done due diligence to understand, and I submit myself to understanding what is happening and learning, because learning is part of the process. But I can challenge a lot of those self-proclaimed ritualists or cultural-oriented individuals who claim that they have been a part of it. They probably don't even understand what the culture is about.
The problem is you still got your 2C. That one.
I got what?
One of those C, you still got your 2C. One need the loss.
No wonder why you big and fat like that. That's what happened when you do that to
us. Now you got to be more there. When I see loss over you,
you gotta throw some mezzo.
What?
Yeah, man, throw some.
And when I see loss on you, when you begin to deeply where you
no problem. Please, play the video, man. Let me see that video.
The one where Koga was jumping over the coffin.
I want to see that thing for true. I don't know how to play that out.
Whoever told you guys that I pay attention to you guys and your criticism on here. Whether I hijacked the show or not, I made it clear to these guys tonight. I told them I'm coming on this show. I'm not here. I'm not your host. Tomlin is your host. You want Tomlin to control the show? Talk to Tomlin. You don't want me to hijack the show? Tell Tomlin to mute me. If you don't mute me, I will talk. I will. And if you mute me, I will unmute myself.
They begin. Maya for Nima. You say yo, he said something here. He said, Maya said, what took place today shouldn't have been done to where it took place.
Thank you.
Reason being that it should have taken place at a grave. Because look, for me, let me tell you something, right? My tradition, we don't do all we do when we bury some people. When we get to the grave now, we have to do all your prayers, you know, they'll tell you, so you can leave now. Yeah, y'all can leave.
How do women go home?
Yeah, again, and I agree quickly. I agree to that, right? So, for instance, when my late father passed during the burial in the town in Lofa, when all the other ritual went on, when the Zoos take over the process, and even at the time before the Zoo can take over, there will be a kind of a ceremony that there will be a closed door. A non-member basically will have to go in. Women will go in. The rest of that, it wouldn't be for it to be executed on live camera. I thought that was to debase. A little bit too much. That was to debase the tradition, right?
Yeah,
it was intended to debase the tradition.
That's why I said Koga was intentional.
Yes.
Koga had a mission.
Yes.
Koga wanted to say, look, I'm the one. Look, he
was political.
Calculated. He said, look, I will do this thing so that the people will see me as the next of king, the man who inheriting the leadership of Nima country. But honestly, right? Exactly what he displayed today, that what he did. Like people are saying, you can do it open on camera. I mean, I think people got a problem with that. Okay,
but in Koga defense, if you really watch a lot of YouTube, there are a lot of African culture. There are a lot of things that were never brought in the open. Nowadays, they are coming up to the camera. People
that does not justify you defending him.
I agree. No, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody come help us now. Somebody come help us. You live. Can't help us. I tell you what's happening. You live.
No. I'm not talking.
Oh.
I want to talk to you. Oh. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you, Tomlin.
Oh, you on live? Oh.
I'm talking to you, Tomlin, in confidence.
Oh.
Don't put me on. I'm watching you.
Oh, but hold on,
but Kenbo, you want to talk on the show or you want to come in and fight?
I send you text messages.
Okay, let me get off. Mess up, get off. Your talk.
Kenbo so scared. He was
so here's my thing, right? Guys, this thing is very sensitive. Look, I'm telling you. Look, in order for one to understand the court, don't Ben and to my Uncle Pee Wee, guys, don't buy into sentimental comments that are being posted on here. Give yourself the opportunity to understand other culture and put yourselves in the position. Because the minute you put yourself in that position, you will start to understand how people are thinking. I'm not looking at the mediocres and the desire to achieve their political goals or their gains. What we saw today, it derailed our culture. And as I will say to you today, based on the amount of people I have spoken to, they are all of the folks from Nima County that I spoke to, they said it wasn't done right. And when it's not done right, it is not done at all. So with that said, I am very confident to say to Koga, he actually stepped on our culture. He disrespected all of us, regardless of the fact that I'm from Lofa County and whatever. I think it was disrespectful, and I don't think it should be regarded. I think Senator Prince Johnson will not respect his action, and Senator Prince Johnson, had he been alive, he would have slapped the living devil out of the idiot.
I disagree. I definitely disagree.
Why?
Some of the disagreement that people are having with Koga, they're telling me about the attire, what he was wearing came from Nigeria. Come on now. Come on. Again, these things are symbolic. They are supposed to represent something. The reason why you were able to identify that Koga was either doing something right or doing something wrong, it means you understood what he was wearing. It might not have been the right material, but guess what? The communication, whatever he was trying to communicate, that message went across.
Ben,
the essence. Go ahead.
And Ben, that is where and why in the Western world it is often said you critique. Okay, what we're doing here tonight is critiquing the art. What was exhibited today? If we don't critique what was exhibited today, our culture will eventually be presented to us not in the factual manner. Okay,
and
so what we're doing here is, Ben, we are saying, based on those who have been a part of the process, those who have experienced the true display of our culture, are saying to us there were missteps. So in order for us to maintain that culture, We cannot simply say because it was done this way, we should just let it go. Then the next group of people will come and say it was done the same way as it was done before, so we can do it. And then eventually the true culture will literally be in existence no more. So in order for us to maintain that, we must hold people accountable so that the next group of people will understand that if you are to exhibit such cultural display, you should follow the tradition to its core so that we are not missing on anything. We can't simply say, oh yeah, because it was done. Go ahead.
So let me say something.
I'm not paying attention to you, man. I'm not taking over the show. Go sleep.
So in the first place, I have said so many things to you here, and you didn't pick up anything. So definitely, I want to believe that. Okay, let me say another thing. So definitely, I would say that you're not part of anything, and whatever that means, you don't have to know.
No,
but
no.
I was saying something.
Let me weigh in, right? You see, this guy they call Mike Blinwon.
Yeah, Mike just called me several times. Yeah.
Okay, he said, I'm reading the whole thing. Yeah, he said,
I was on the phone. I was on the phone.
Oh, the guy on the phone, Jana?
Yeah, he was on the phone earlier. Yeah, the one I was on the phone earlier.
See, the guy said you fought Senator Johnson for power and disgracing naked from his casket. How can you jump? How can a father jump over a son's dead body in our tradition? See? Your father, little sister, was Senator Johnson's mother, which means you are a father to Senator Johnson by tradition. Nobody had ever done what you did to Senator Johnson in an open place. Okay, now the guy continued. The guy said, when you started disrespecting people, took your shoes in a mix. Okay, then that's what the guy said. Opening Senator Johnson dead body casket in the public to both women and children is condemned highly by people of Nima. Senator Johnson was a pastor and an earned hero which was not bestowed on him, but gradually got there. The guy said, finally, he said, PYJ, you were celebrated worldwide by the word, but finally disgraced by Samuel G. Koga. I know what you can do. No man had ever overcome you before in all. So, but here's the thing now. This guy I heard, my Blinwon I heard that he's close to the vice president. And now, if he attacking Koga, then you know that the fight has begun now, because Koga, as he's somebody who left fighting, you can see. So now they're gonna fight among themselves though. It will fight, because that's why the VP got to tread very carefully, and because he's a sitting VP, and they got to be careful how they navigate the whole process, because if not, it will explode, and then people they're gonna be a complete mud fair now. So they're getting serious. Look, the first thing you see, they're gonna fight for the seat. You have 10-20% running for the one seat. I foresee happening.
Yeah, but it's going to be a very tough battle for that. And as I said, we shouldn't be surprised. Koga can even contest. They can whip him. They can defeat him, right? Madam Ide Gongluwe got a credential of contesting, and we have others that will come in the process. So again, I'm not inclined to believe that Koga is not the kind of a person that Nimbaya will want to see representing them in terms of anything. Not only that he's loud, he's grossly incompetent, and we don't see the kind of individual coming up from to say they want to represent. It's not the issue. Listen, Prince Johnson had his own personal attribute that pushed the Nimbayans to treat him the way they treated him. There's no Nimbayan now in recent history now, and this is debatable. Right? Other people say it's debatable, but that's my own thought process that will play the role, that monolithic power that Prince Johnson had in Nimba in this dispensation to see repeat itself. It's going to be a very difficult process for Toga, and that's why he tried to play the kind of thing. He tried to mimic Mr. Johnson's own popularity and the rest of that. It's difficult to do that. I don't see the possibility in doing it.
You see the thing what Maya saying? Don't be surprised now. Yet when they begin saying, don't be surprised that the Nima can say the man wife might go take a seat. Ain't you see it?
Hey, I said it somewhere. People were fighting me.
It will say, well, Man Johnson, you go to our passing.
And one of the reasons I said it beginning.
But the reason they were arguing with me is because she's Pansano.
I didn't stop the last time I said this. I said it's possible. I
said it before. I said it.
To test Johnson's strength, it is that is possible. That's a possibility also.
Yeah, go take it.
Let me ask you a question though. Is Mayan the reporter from the studio, or this is a different Mayan?
I see Mayan. It begin form.
So
when it begins to make a lot of sense, it will change. It will say.
And I'm reading his composition here. The kid is definitely inclined. I'm not seeing any kind of grammatical or spelling error as much as it is often done with most of our people.
I'm looking at what he's saying. Now,
I understand that, but I'm just talking about
something that just is a new. It's a new.
This is a news. We should consider this as part of the conversation.
It will say, "Where should run?"
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Because I will tell you, in the West,
is she political? Swan.
It doesn't matter. And
No. Listen, I'm being political. Is she want me political? Is she okay? Let me put it this way: is she angry? Is she going to be nursing this kind of a thing? I don't think so. Well, if she's pushed to do it, will she accept it? That's one thing. So let's wait and see what's going to happen.
So here's my take on this. Right?
If there's a belief for that to happen, then it would be politically prudent. And that would be from some of the process that will be motivated now for somewhere. If that were to really happen,
and that will help the vice president.
Then the vice president will want to use this to have complete control of the Nima situation.
Yes.
You want to support Mr. Johnson's wife.
Right.
Then so that because Koga is not that he himself is erratic and he's incompetent, he's loud, he's greedy. Right, so he's erratic.
So
it's a possibility. And it begins that he's absolutely correct. It's a possibility.
Let me say this, right? So hypothetically, considering the fact that one of the most permanent Liberian female, what I would say, advocates and true political representation decides and Madame Gongoware to come to the table. You know, you would think that, and I would personally say if Madame Johnson, okay, or Prince Johnson's wife was truly a patriot, I think she would endorse the candidacy if and only if Madame Ware was to decide. And I think, matter of fact, I would not say Madame Ware should even make that decision. It should be the people to petition her to come and be a part of the process, and Madame Johnson should endorse the idea of Madame Ware to represent the women in the Senate in the interest of Liberian. Because I'm just listening to what is happening here, I am baffled by the fact that people will want to use this position not simply based on their ideal for true transformation, but based on political alignment or the associations to other people. I would say, if and only if Liberian desire true change in Liberia, we should look for the competent of all competent representation. And if that is the case, I will usher and hopefully taking into consideration my position that she think about this thoroughly and consider the idea. If and when Madam Gongoware is petitioned, if she is, and when she is petitioned, I will hope that she will consider endorsing her candidacy and supporting the idea of her representing the people of Nima County, because she will be the most formidable force and the true representation of the people of Nima County, because she will bring true idea of transformation to Nima County, and she will represent the women of Nima County and the world in its global totality.
All right. So let me say this. Here is another thing that could play against Mr. Johnson's wife, if that thought process is if that thought process even happened. One will be if she is not remarried, because there is a cultural marriage process that happens in Nima.
You can just sit in and push the most more that you talk about remarriage.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, man.
No. Hold on now.
No, you must have been looking at the senator wife. Seriously, why all of a sudden the man is not even buried yet? You're already talking about remarried.
Hold on. Hold on.
Election will be in
Wait.
Nah, but Ben, Ben, don't do that. Ben, the man's not even buried yet. You're talking about marrying his wife?
Can I finish my thought process?
Ben, nothing
Yeah,
special.
Ben, that wasn't there, man. Don't do that to man. That
Ben, don't include marrying his wife. How you gonna do that? The man,
Stop.
You want this man to get up again?
Stop. No,
Ben,
stop.
Ben,
Stop.
you talking about marrying this man's wife?
No, stop. I'm talking about a traditional practice that happens in Nimba. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying the one you get married now. You guys stop it. The reason why I am saying it, because there's a practice that when the older brother dies, the younger brother is supposed to inherit his wife.
But Ben, let me say something. I'm not cutting you off. Ben, I'm sorry, Ben. Hold on 1 second. Ben, let me put my face on camera, right? Ben, here's my thing. That statement alone could make the late senator to get up. You're talking about marrying his wife to somebody else. That's don't do that, Ben.
No, I was just informed that when Kuka did that thing today, the senator's wife walk out. She was not happy with it.
See?
Yeah. See? When it happened today, when he did that, when he jumped over, when he did that ritual, I was told that she walked away. She was not happy. So that means a problem is, and then the woman was saying that he was not even talking to this man. So he didn't act if to say he was too close to this man. So look.
He want to gain some political relevance.
That's what I said. So right now, what's going to happen, Pee-wee? I see it will be a problem. I said it. They're going to fight. There will be a fight there. Say, come on, man.
And we wanted to fight.
Sure. No, but it's
attacking me. Why you attacking me?
You join the marriage and they got time, man. That man.
No,
why you can't talk about something about marriage?
We're talking about ritual. You're talking about marriage.
20 is a cultural thing that happens.
Let me ask you a quick question. Let me ask you a quick question. Do you think Koga? Do you think Koga is interested in marrying Senator Prince Johnson's wife?
No. Fact.
So where is the marriage coming from?
So let me tell you how the contract works. If because look, and when they say that the younger brother marries the deceased wife, people sometimes just think it's all about sex. Sometimes it's just to inherit that person's family. You just inherit it. That's the reason why those things happen. Can you imagine if that happens? It solidifies her stand as taking the senator's seat more. If she refuses, if she was asked to say, "Oh, we have our son here to marry you," which of course she have her own will to refuse or not. If she refuses, it means that she's also walking away from the senator's seat. These are local. Just staying what's part of all.
Say Konga no say that in the culture, so that lead that one.
Everything is saying what is totally
take
different.
that culture back to Ghana. Take that culture back to Ghana.
When La Sana died in Bomi, he went for a seat. That's a different case. She went for a seat, right? But she was one chance.
Yes.
And I want to see that team, man. You put it. Let's see the team. You put it on the screen, man.
Send it to us.
Well, in the chat room, in the chat room, and Lova.
Oh, it's in the chat room. Okay.
Yeah.
But here's my thing though. In all honesty, let's be real here. If what's the old man name? The most corrupt Liberian politician to ever exist on earth besides Edwin Snow, that would be Samuel Koga, was to put his hands up. I think every Liberian, every well-meaning Liberian should rally around anybody other than the current politician. Anybody other than Koga.
That's only Nima people made that decision also.
No, what do you mean only the Nema people? Are we not Liberians?
They're voting.
Somebody don't do this kind of thing, man. Are we not Liberians?
That national election, like only Nima people voting for like those who raise up for the Nima voting.
Tamerlane. Yeah. Let me say this, right? We can agree that those who will vote in Nema County are residents of that particular county at the time. But we cannot say distinctly that they are Nemayans all along. There are Liberians. There are folks who are from Bon County residing in Nema County. There are people from Lofa County who are residing over there. So let us not misconstrue the idea that only people of Nemat origin will decide who becomes the next senator in that county. And I can tell you today, based on our own evaluation and assessment, the most favorable candidate right now will be Edith Gugnawe. Anybody, when you talk to anybody right now, they will tell you the most favorable candidate right now to represent the true interests of Liberian will be Madam Edith Gugnawe. If Liberian don't want to do that, I think we should petition this woman, even if she don't want to do it. We should petition her to go and get and pursue it.
Let me tell you, petition a woman not a problem. But one thing we will not do, right? First of all, she's a hustle knee. She was forced to be on Nema County. She hustle knee there.
That's why we should petition her.
Number two, right? She's the only person that ever came close to Prince Johnson to challenge him, came close to challenging him, right? But now, the problem is that it will be a very costly election. They want to tell a person when they go wrong election with the establishment against her. So it's serious. Then they told me let Cummings, let Ure, let Weir, let Councillor Gonglo, let Simeon Freeman, Client Moneyback. Then I get together and say we're endorsing you, we're putting our resources behind you, we'll go capital you. But
it was never those people who endorsed Darius DeLon today. Let me say this, right? My position on this entire discussion is simply because I feel like we, the people in the diaspora, we can make the case to elect who is in the best interest of Liberian. I believe we have consistently allowed ourselves to be bamboozled by those hyenas and other people who are not in the best interest of Liberia. If we are to sit and collaborate, hopefully we can corroborate efforts to make sure that we are very concise in decision making when it comes to electing our next senator or representative. We can make this happen.
I have Lofa talking about you're talking not national politics. That's a local politics.
We're not talking. You see, again, I think we allow ourselves to be played by those self-purported political scientists and anything. No, it is the truth. I don't want to appear as though I'm a politician. I'm not a politician. I would never be a politician. I am one who sincerely believes in the true transformation of Liberia.
You are not a politician, but you are a politician.
You're right. You're damn right. Just like you.
The reality is that
the reality is we cannot. Go ahead.
First of all, the senator went from Grand. She's from Grand Crew. Okay, number one. Number two, the family will play a role. Now, from what I'm hearing, what Koga did today, they're not happy with him. And Koga too, he was intentional. He calculated what he was going to do today. He planned it. He was doing it for political reason. Nothing but why it's true is traditional, but he was doing it for political reason. He was doing it for his own political interest to appear. I to say he's the next of king. He's the one coming to take over the county as the leader of the county, representing Prince Johnson. That's what he did. But now, you see, but I think for the fact that he had a problem with the late senator, It's a problem for him. So now, the guy who attacking him now, this guy heard the guy is close to the vice president. So that means the VP now have to make your own choice. Who he taking? Okay, yeah. Let me see the thing here.
Yeah, here's the idiot
But
making.
what in that he did, isn't that a traditional stuff? Isn't that the norm?
Well, according to people, they say he should not drunk water. He should not drunk water, man, body in the public. It is.
Why? It's a tradition.
I got a mixed reaction coming from across the.
What you mean? That's a tradition, though. That's a tradition. You don't know too many. You don't know what about them traveling, so you don't need to get into it.
But man, but then why the man attacking him for it? You see the map attacking the man.
Too many. You don't. Your boys are traveling. Don't get into that. If you're traveling, brother, then you know exactly what it is. But you're not traveling too many. You can't talk about it.
I'm a traditional man.
Huh?
No, I'm a traditional man.
Yeah, for those who are traveling, you're not traveling too many. Don't get into it. Let go to let leave it.
And right before the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, the son of this country.
All right, guys. So
agree with me. So whether will you not agree with me that those are traveling brothers? They have their different norms, the stuff they go through, the rites, different rites that they perform at funeral, certain things. And those kind of topics are only for a traveling brother. Will you agree with me, Sylvester?
What topic?
No, I said those kind of rites that are being performed out there by Koga. It's the norm.
Well, they
are part of.
He did it open. It should not be done open in the public at all.
That's what Dr. Peabody just said. He said it should be confined to only members of that institution. Right? That's what Dr. Peabody is saying. Only people who are part of it. Am I right or wrong, Dr. Peabody?
I mean, you are right, Lofa, but let me add to that.
Okay.
That even though it's being performed at that place, you got other members that are not part of it, but only the member understand the language of that performance. Understand that. So
guys, you please continue the conversation. I don't know if this show was meant for taking calls. Tamerlane, Peabody, you guys, the late night show, I can open the phone lines, but I don't want to do it out of, just what I think. People are asking to open the phone line. Should I open the phone line or not?
Those are all.
As for me, it's the weekend though.
Those are all rights.
Okay.
That they have to perform, and they are part of a traveling group. You know what? When you say the man is traveling, people who knows about traveling knows. I'm not going to go into detail. Okay, they are all traveling brother. Traditionally, they are part of the, whatever they are part of, but they are traveling brothers. Those who know what it means to travel know what it is, and certain rites have to be performed at funerals, and I may be there, but if I'm not part of that traveling group, I may not understand what it is to jump over the body, what it is to touch the body, and all of that. I think that those are all tradition and that people.
But if the tradition is what it is, though, it was done in the public. Does that take away from the truth that the tradition? So what motivates me
in the public and certain communication takes place?
What motivates me? What motivates me to want to be a part of it? Then, if I can see everything you guys are doing in the back, that's what I'm asking.
You know that what he performed, you don't know what it constitutes, what he's supposed to do. Only people part of that group will know exactly what he did and what he's supposed to mean.
Okay.
They have a way of, if they wanted to stop it, they have a way of communicating and telling him, hey, by the different way to communicate. I would not understand that communication.
You're right.
You will not.
That's true.
You see?
That's true.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't want to say. I mean, maybe that it's not a tradition to put Nima. I think it's deeper. It's deeper in there.
All right, so guys, the phone number is on here: 919-324-6828. If you want to call in and
I see. My sister Monique Walker. Monique Walker used to be the queen for Monroeville College when we were all at Monroeville College. She was the queen, and our queen. She remained the queen at Monroeville College. The queen. Monique, good to see you, man. Good to see you. She said, "People, I just say that Zoa." Okay, I'm not going to go to that. I just say it's a tradition. They perform certain rites, and we all know that. All know that.
So Pee Wee, I'm gonna ask you this question, right? And hoping that I know you're a part of this. I'm not trying to put you to a position where you got to say you don't have to say this. Let's put this to Lo-Fi County. If something similar would have happened,
we can't talk about that because people know what it is. You're not going to go in depth.
Okay, I will try at least to ask him what would be the exhibit in Lo-Fi County. What would it be like in comparison to what happened in Nima?
So basically, there are certain traditional ritual that will occur in certain areas. We do have boundaries and limitation of certain performances, if you will. The open one will be held to certify the course of the culture, where men, women, non-member of certain society will be part of certain programs. But if, let's say, for instance, someone that of some certain high statures in the county or traditional leader were to pass the process about the interment and all other ceremony would be uniquely followed in terms of now. Did I agree that the person was a major Zoe? The trend of performing certain issues will be done in certain area. It can be done in the public glare. Right? So there will be limitation actually. So I mean there were some missteps today in terms of how this process was executed. As I just said to you, when my late father passed, during the funeral rites, we had the funeral service in Monrovia. We drove into Lofa, Zola district in the town of Yela. There was another funeral service there. Immediately after that, the Zoos took over. And when they were conveying the remains of our late father to the grave, there was a closed door. So only traditional people came out. And the reason why someone was part of it because, I am a certified process. I mean, individual within it, right? But there's some limitation and other things. What we say, you say nothing, other things just anyway. So I thought by him exhibiting that in public and on social media, it was a contradiction and undermining or trying to debase the culture and tradition of that land. It was done. It was motivated. There was some. He did it on purpose, and I think it was wrong. And I hope he correct course to not repeat those kind of things moving forward.
But Sylvester, what do you mean by he was wrong? You were in a different group. You came from a different culture. You from Lofa. You had your own ritual. So is it not different from that of Nima?
No, it's the same. Basically the same. There are limitations to those things that the people are. Yeah, I can say that for sure. There are limitations. There are certain things you don't do in certain areas. Yes, and that's why again, and that's why even when in those areas when those kind of people were to go beyond, we don't announce. There's a way you announce it. You don't even say they're dead, right? And other things. So, I mean, it just now that we.
So you're saying that Koga did not do the right thing today. I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty.
I think he was trying to score some political point. Did he succeed in doing it? Probably, I think so.
He probably did. Yeah, I agree with you.
Did he succeed in doing it? I think he did. We go to incentivize his coming contestation. I wouldn't want to be the one to run to conclude to that process, but I thought part of the process he got engaged with me as to how he went about that. It was totally wrong, and it was in the face to the debates again. I would repeatedly use this word because it is not a good thing that he did. We are traditionalists. There are rules. There are procedural rules of the tradition, and that's the reason why in certain tradition there are certain guidelines that are followed. I mean, we have to follow rather. So it just a mark of. I think he calculated this process, and he believed, and that's why even folks are now saying even the dress code was not appropriate. As those that are saying no, but that I understand the dress code. That was.
Will he be drunk or something? Will he have been drunk?
No, he started this from Monrovia. Maybe before he did this today, he may have taken some alcohol, but was playing.
Yeah, probably influence. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but it was plain that he was going to do this.
Or he was just all excited, knowing that he's the next in line to be president, to be senator, to take Prince Johnson position.
But it's not cast in stone. I don't think he may even win it.
Well, Coco seemed to be a very active guy. You saw him dancing the other day. Some music. I hope Lopak was here to play that music. You saw Coco dancing, and I mean, beautiful music. And he was dancing. I mean, he dancing to the beat of it and all of that. You know, but you know, I think for me, I think it was some nice stuff. You know, nice way he did it and stuff like that. But I mean, honestly, it is their culture. It is what they do. You know, I won't honor Prince Johnson. To be honest,
Dr. Peabody,
I don't want to.
Dr. Peabody, let me say, and I would disagree with you here. When it comes to the culture of Liberia, I look at the culture holistically. And then when we are in Liberia, then we can define it based on region. But from an international perspective, when we discuss our culture, it is our culture. So what I saw displayed today, why it is true, I may not be from Nima County, may not have been born in Nima County, but I'm also entitled to the interpretation.
Yeah, Lufa. Yeah, Lufa, 1 minute, please. I beg you. I think Morning Walker is asking a very important question. Why did the Zoos didn't stop him? Now,
Exactly.
And the reason is that it was abrupt. They didn't know what he was planning to do. And if you notice what unfolded, and that's a good question she asked. If you notice what unfolded, when he did that, he didn't repeat it.
Yeah, he did. He did it 3 times.
No, 3 times.
Yeah, he jumped once. He went back, and I think actually twice. He did it the first time.
When he went, he came,
and then he went back.
Yeah, and he stopped.
But then he didn't do it again.
He
stopped?
Yes, I want to believe he was stopped.
He was probably influenced, or he was rejoicing about how much money they had.
Yes.
Why they were saying they paid him. You know, they get a lot of money now to rule the speaker. And all of them were so happy and overwhelmed. They give them the lot of money. They try to remove the speaker.
So that you're saying, so all that jumping he was doing, he was depending on the rest of the money that should have been.
He already got a balance. He got the balance. He said, "Oh, I will celebrate." You know, but maybe he was just celebrating somebody that he was very close to do. In all fairness,
you know, Peabody. To be honest with you, I think we take light of our culture, and our culture is beautiful. It's something that we must appreciate. I always say to people every time I'm opportune to sit in a gathering with Liberians, I don't look at just the mere fact that we are of that, origin. I look beyond that because there is something unique about us. And so if anybody dare attempt to distort that information that could benefit my kids, because I am not informed enough to educate them, my expectation is that there may be other people who will inform my kids, because all my kids are born in the United States. I'm not opportune to really take all my kids to Liberia to go through the traditional process. No, I'm not going to lie to myself. So my fight here is, if I sincerely believe in my tradition,
are you going to take them there one day?
oh yes, oh yes. Me and my son definitely. We about to go out there in a few years, definitely. And my daughter, they're gonna go out there with their mom. I'm gonna go with my boy. That's us. Me and him, we hang out. That's us. We go out there, we do whatever we got to do, and come on back. The girls and their mom can go together. I'm not worried about that part. But definitely, my kids are gonna have to go to Liberia. And not only are they gonna go there, I've been talking to my son. He's literally trying to convince him to see if he can live not 1 or 2 years, but at least 3 or 4 years in Liberia and understand the culture, so that hopefully, I believe, to be honest with you, anybody who may have been opportune to live a part of their life in Liberia and then migrated to the Western world, I think if you think wisely, if you acted accordingly, you stand a better chance of being able to excel, perseverance, and because there are a lot of things that we are taught, whether it is not by the professional standard, but you're taught certain things that is expected of you even in the workforce. All right. So all of these things, and then I feel like if my kids had to go to Liberia, I think they would be far better off, and there would be just great people in society. So I keep talking to them all the time. Yeah, my son is afraid. He says to me all the time that you don't need to be a part of politics. He says this to me. My daughter's like, I don't like that you get involved in politics. I think you should stay away from it. But they will ask me to petition Yesenia to run in Atlanta to become some kind of political figure in Liberia. My son is like, he's a huge fan of Yesenia. Dad, why don't you tell her to just run? She is such a great woman. She is very passionate. I admire her. I love her.
But he don't want you to be in politics.
But he don't want me to be in politics in Liberia, right? Yeah. So I'm like, okay, how deceptive can you be? Like this man is very passionate. If he hear Yesenia talk about her manager, that is where it comes. Like he had been successful at convincing his sister to believe in Yesenia. And every time I'm talking about, I'm like, it says Yesenia, oh yeah, she can do this in Atlanta. We will go and volunteer our service. We will work for her. I'm like, that's not how it works. My thing is, I want to go to Liberia. I want to make sure that the people of Litisu, that low village, have access to clean drinking water. I want to make sure the people of Bone County, the people of Wojema, okay, have access to clean drinking water. If I can do that, and when I am opportune to make that happen through legislative implementation, regardless of whether I am that person serving in that capacity, but if my voice can get someone else to do it, I will feel accomplished, and I will feel very satisfied when I am to my final destination. That's just my goal, and that's the reason why I don't take side when it comes to these things. I will prosecute anybody who needs to be prosecuted, and that's why I started prosecuting Darius DeLone from day one, regardless of the fact that I put my money, my voice, my effort, and character behind him. The day after his election, I prosecuted him and asked that he exhibited the true understanding for which he was elected. But that boy thought he was a playboy.
He did not. I don't like using biblical terms in this place because, but for my faith, it said we shall know them by the fruits, and the fruit they bear. I mean, Dylan, we know Dylan by the fruit he's bearing. We know Dylan he's a con artist. He lied back to back. He's been caught up in his lies. He's fake. He's not real what he says. And I'm saying this because I give thousands of dollars to support Dylan work in Liberia. I was amazed by this guy who was coming up and just pointing things and who making things happen, who was so honest. But some of the things now we see is just not what he says, and the fruit that he's bearing, we all know that it's not a good fruit, it's rotten fruits.
So Dr. Peabody, Pee-wee, I will let you to comment on this one, but I want to challenge you and myself. Do you or would you accept that we fail ourselves by the mere fact that we did not institute the needed checkpoints to hold DeLon accountable for his actions, and we allow him to go free flow, for which he actually, deceive us as compared to when we were supposed to have done what we needed to do to make sure that he was held accountable? Don't you think we also deserve to be held accountable for our contribution?
Well, I don't know why we did. We did hold them accountable. I mean, you don't know people until you try them.
Right.
Then Monique, wow.
We tried DeLon. DeLon came out with a very good vibe. Vibe was strong. He will fight corruption. He will ensure that nobody make $10,000 a month. He will ensure that, for everything Dylan said, did not even show the light that he was. Everything he said went back to the doctors, and now he's more like getting what he needs. He's more like making himself comfortable. It's more of a personal interest now with DeLon than with national interest or with interest of Liberian people.
But that though, my question here again though is, where did we miss the mark?
We didn't miss the mark.
And I'm saying, because the reason I'm asking the question, because I ask myself the question all the time. People hold me accountable. Like, oh, Lofa, all of you guys give us the loan. Pee-wee, you can charm in, or Ben, any one of you guys. Where did we miss the mark, and where can we learn? How can we learn from our mistakes so that?
Lofa, we didn't miss the mark. And we found out now. The light will actually dark light.
Thank you.
So let me tell you where you guys
didn't miss no mark.
Okay.
And the fact that everybody that contributed to his campaign, including you and other things, when he started to misstep, you guys didn't defend him. You guys were part of the process to expose him. You got mad with him. And today, you guys still express that anguish, right? So there was no way you missed the mark, and that's the hallmark of any genuine person. If you contributed towards someone's upliftment and they are trying to let you down, your ability to expose the person should be firm. And I thought everybody was very firm on that process, and it was part of the process. I would say, hey, yes, it was strong, it was great. He missed the mark. He disappointed you guys. He betrayed the struggle. You guys did, because you guys gave your legal support. The word of might was contributed to his campaign, and his whole process was out of pretense. He was not realistic, so he missed the mark. So the only thing moving forward you guys gonna do, you gotta be mindful now. For any would-be liberator or would-be individual that will come and say, "Oh, we're gonna do the word of the light," you're gonna have a second thought process as to how to engage that person and moving forward. That's what he did. He disappointed all of his many supporters. Imagine the kind of resources that were raised, both for his campaign and for other issues. So he didn't miss the mark nowhere. On a serious note,
all right. I would say you guys missed the mark, and I'll say you guys missed the mark because. Some of us, we have the eyes of, we have wisdom, and we saw it way ahead. And we told you guys that this guy was corrupt. But again, you don't blame yourself for something that you didn't do. You believe in the man and you trust him.
How do you prove somebody is corrupt when he had not done it?
Thank you.
And yeah, so you would know that a man is corrupt by the things he said. DeLon was corrupt with the information he was given. He was very dishonest.
Such as that, one,
that when he went to the Senate, he was going to reduce his salary. I said,
Oh yeah, but
he
isn't
didn't
many
have the
people get
power.
That was
confidence in him?
that was a promise made. What do you mean that was?
Hold on now.
No.
To you,
Stop
it was
that,
a
man.
promise. To me, I said he did not have the capacity and ability to do that. I knew that was a lie.
Based
But
on
again, that was saying,
what? What are you using
don't
to
be
make that
no.
determination that he is incapacitated
Let me
to
tell you what I was
get
using.
that done?
Let me tell you what I was using. I was
Okay.
using the sixth sense to say this guy does not have the power. He doesn't have the power in the Liberian legislature to go there and change to say they will make 5,000. It was not possible. The thing is that look where he has worked. He has always worked with corrupt people. There was nowhere this man have worked when he worked with sincere people. He's always been in a corrupt cycle. But all of a sudden, he was going to transform Liberia and he was going to be the one who was going to stop the corruption. And I said it time after time. But sometimes they say it's not the louder voice that can be right. But in as much as I was in the minority, I knew that the law would have fallen. And yes, did he fall? He fell flat. But again, those who voted
for the man for flat, the man are chairman on foreign services or foreign relations. How do you guys call it?
No, I mean the guy is corrupt. The guy is
okay. If you would make such assertion, then let us be honest in our analysis. Compared to anyone else in the Senate, let's start with all of the senators. Okay. Let's start with Abachir. Delon and Abachir. Which one of the two would you prefer?
I would prefer Abachir. And let me tell you what. Yeah, and I will tell you why I would prefer Abachir. The first thing, Abachir.
Because you're from the southeast.
No, I mean, in fact, we from the same town. Not even from the southeast. Same town.
Now I see why you would prefer him. Go ahead.
So let me tell you why I would have preferred Abachir. Abachir was born. He is corrupt to the core. He didn't tell anybody that he was a good guy. We all knew him to be corrupt.
Yeah.
When you move people emotions, that's the psychological part.
I can't believe that the Peabody is over here talking about yep. You agreeing with the man that said that Ben is saying.
Let me finish.
All right,
Let
go
me
ahead.
finish.
Ben is hitting the point right there. He's hitting the point.
So the Liberian people were used to Abachir and the rest of his friends. They're stealing. It was normal. They have normalized it. Their guy came and said, you know what? I'm going to change this thing. So he moved the Liberian people, their high desire from a 0 point, and he raised it to a standard. And the people follow him. And yet that he disappointed them, he took them this high and left them to fall on their own. So the reason why Abachir will be better than the law is because Abachir, we already know about him. He didn't tell us that he would do anything better. He didn't tell us anything, but there was the who told us he would do something better, and then he went and started to do the same thing Abachir was doing. You know who really moved the people in
Ben, I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk over you, Ben. But Ben, what you just did here is so illogical. I'm trying to. I'm trying to kind of play it out. Okay, simply because. Okay, Benjamin Jonah. Let me try to put this into this.
Yeah, makes sense out of what I'm saying.
Okay, so I'm an armed robber. I come to your house and I say to you, I am an armed robber. In the middle of the night, I will steal and take any of your property and get away with it. And
And
then
you do it
another
every
man
time.
comes, and then another man comes into your house and say to you, "Hey, I'm the pastor in the church, and I pray
I will not
for
you.
people's revelation." And then the armed robber who identify himself comes and steal from you, take everything that belongs to you, and sell everything. Okay. Then you have the
And
opportunity.
the new guy who promised you does the same thing.
Okay, the guy who actually said he's not an armed robber. Instead, he's
He
a
comes
reverend.
and does the same thing.
Well, hold on 1 second. No. He comes in, not that he's doing the same thing, but
No, he's doing the same thing. That's the same thing.
okay,
Exactly.
okay. He's doing okay. That is agree for the sake of argument. He's doing the same thing.
Right.
So you're considering the guy who actually hid the fact that he's an armed robber from you, and you are saying you're blaming the guy who supposedly was a pastor.
It's because your emotions have already adapted to that bad system already.
How does that
It's
make it
not
right?
that- no.
How does that make it
Again,
right?
Listen, that's what I call Abuchi on criminal. He said make it right, but I am telling you, both of them are all criminals. But
No, but you said Ben. Here's my thing
That's
here.
my preference would
There's
be
no way
Abuchi,
why it is true
because
that Ben,
Abuchi-
why it is true. Okay, Pee Wee,
This is
you
high-
and
this-
that Pee Wee,
this
you and
is-
that people can
Look,
come
this is
in on this.
Look, this is a high level of psychological thinking. You got to move from
Okay,
beyond
then
the realm
now we
of
got to go
personal
from
thinking.
now we got to go from politics to psychology. Okay, Pee Wee.
Of course. Don't you see it?
Pee Wee, can you
we
hear me?
test this thing. No, but we test this in mental health
Yeah.
every day.
How long you guys going to be on? No, I'm saying how long you guys going to be on? I'm just wondering.
So we just missing by this time 12.
Stop to
Yeah,
say
but
how.
12
because
o'clock. Yeah,
12
we're about to
o'clock.
close. Yeah, we're about to close.
12 o'clock.
Lufa is sleeping.
Let's just say
Yeah, everybody look like.
You see Lufa with his teacup. Nobody drink tea like Lufa.
No, I'm not drinking no tea tonight. I'm not drinking no tea tonight. I'm definitely drinking my Starbucks. You see my Starbucks? That's my Starbucks cup right now. Tonight,
What's
you
in
know,
that mug? What's in the mug?
the mug is done. I drink that. I'm done with that. I'm drinking my Starbucks right now. I only use it. That's my woman's mug. I use it to blog with it. I blog with it. She be telling me.
I just took my energy drink.
Let me see your energy drink.
Yeah.
Let me see your energy drink.
You'll be all right.
My energy drink.
Lufa, you got woman?
Red Bull.
Then
I'm about to do you.
All right. Yeah. I don't know about y'all want to stay on. You can stay on. But I got to wake up at 8. And I got to teach a class in the morning. So, I don't know. I got to teach a class at 8 o'clock.
All right, guys. So let's close on this note. Let's close on this note, and then we can call it a night. I think we should close on this. Samuel Koga's display. I don't think we should close on.
But me, I support Samuel Koga though. I support him.
You support him? Why?
The man. Stop it.
Samantha, put it up again. Put it up.
We can hide it, keep your eyes open. John Daniel.
And I dream of a child.
By the way, let me state the disclaimer right here. The late night fire is in itself a version of the closing argument. You can't hold anything against us for our Friday night contribution. We do have our social life, and we would not constrain ourselves to what you expect of people out there to portray themselves to be good people.
Yes,
You see?
that
is
was
it. Please accept who we
Yeah.
are as true humans.
The ball
and
to
we will do it.
Esso.
Yeah, we are humans.
The ball to Esso.
I've never
Come on,
tried that.
baby. Yeah, I'm a churro. I'm a churro.
Man, Sylvester, let me put a bottle back.
Yeah,
Let me see
and you
that
know
bottle
what?
again.
You know what? And that's just the weather. And that's just the weather, though. That one, it's the real weather. Yep. That's the real weather right there. But you know what? Let me just come out in my course here for Samuel Koga. Let me give you two or three reasons why I support Samuel Koga. One, Samuel Koga just got his ballon money for removing the speaker. So he got to rejoice. Anybody that get money can be happy, bro. How about you receive a check? You'll be happy. Two, right? Samuel Koga had some of that energy drink that the villagers show us. Three, I think it's a tradition though. I don't know whether he broke it because look, I don't want to tell people a real traveling man don't say it when he's traveling. Okay? I don't want to say that, but I think it's part of the tradition, it's part of the norm, the rituals. You gotta perform certain rites. And I don't think he violated the right. He just overly did it. I don't know because he think he have money. You know, we get money out of pocket, how we can be crazy, right? Huh? The other day I got a check, right? I got a check. Right? Let me show you an example. The other day I got a check, right? That check was big. And I came home, I forgot to even eat. I was making plans.
No, for me, I can't eat.
I'll make it plan. Right? I'll make it plan for the check that I couldn't. I did not even have appetite. Does that happen to you guys? Does that happen to you guys sometimes? I didn't even have an appetite.
For me, every time.
Huh? You know? I didn't have an appetite.
Every time. When I get big, I don't want
So
to
Koga got a good check. He will be possibly the next senator of Nima County, President Prince Johnson. And then he took his energy drink to keep him moving. That's it. That's all. But I don't think he acted.
So people, let me ask you a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Based on the political environment, let me ask you a question. What are the possibility of Koga becoming the next senator of Nima County? And I want all of us to answer this question. What are the possibility? We can rate it based on numerical values, include the cultural aspect of things, and all of these. What are the possibility of Koga becoming the next senator of Nima County?
I think no. So you can ruin out.
Yep.
So the Nimba vote is like this. You have the Gioporia in supermajority Nimba. And if they will have to vote on travel line, he's the only Gio person, he may be a threat. And if, again, all of what I'm saying is if, in the event the Prince Johnson party endorse him, and then let's say Prince Johnson, but most of the folks and the vice president endorse him, and he gets some good support in terms of financial support, he may cause some concern there.
Yeah,
but I think he just I think.
So I don't think Pee-wee. I'm asking the possibility. Quantify it. What is the possibility?
His chances for now, I see it to be around maybe 30%.
30%.
Which, of course, from my end, he can.
Let's talk about if Edith Gongaware.
But if you said 30%, then who are the candidates that would really?
And that's why I was going to ask him the same question. That I was going to say, okay, if Madam Edith Gongaware was to put her name in the race, then what would be the percentage? Because you said 30 now without Madam Gongaware being a part of the process. Now I mentioned her name. What would be the possibility for him and that of her?
I mean, I was considering her when I was saying the 30%.
You consider both of them in 30%. So we're saying 60% of the votes.
Yes. Now, listen, there are a lot of things that are going to push more people to get to the top, to the finish line, in terms of endorsement.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. Personally, that's what he will hold. But endorsement will have to come from all over the place. Now, let's say, for instance, the CDC and other major political party were to endorse Madam Edith Gonglowe. It will give us an added advantage and incentive to win the elections. If the opposition can, particularly the CDC, were to rally behind her, give some support to her, it will give her a huge chance to win the elections.
Okay.
I agree. I agree.
So Dr. Peabody, I didn't hear from you.
Look, I agree. Because I think CDC still have a strong base in Lima. CDC have a strong base in Lima. And I think CDC need to test the water. You saw President we are traveling today, and when he got to Banga, and they kind of route and welcome him receiving Banga. Whether they win or not, they need to test the water. And I think Edith Gonglowe, that let me be honest with you. Let me be honest. The position that Jeremiah Kuhn, when he became senator, that was Edith Gonglowe won that election up front. There were some irregularities, and that's why she didn't win. And some people listening may not be happy with me, but that's why I don't want to put in people, but that's why some people are mad and they can't stand Jeremiah Cohen and stuff like that today. For that election, Edith Gonglowe technically won that election. And for some reason, it was given to Cohen, how Cohen became, and then rise up to become the vice president and possible maybe the next president like Liberia. But let me say, I think don't overlook Edith Gonglowe. Do not. I think she stands a very good chance. So as I said 30, but I would say 50% chance to win that election.
Okay. So Ben, let's hear from you. So considering the current open space, who will you put up? Who the name you will put up and why? Plus
there are two people that I know that I can give Koga his run for his money.
Okay.
One of them would be Edith. The other one would be Tai Wangwei. Tai Wangwei is very young. He is very young, and he's very charming. A lot of the young people love him. So if you have Tai going against him or Edith, you're gonna run for his money. But here is where his advantage comes from. His advantage come from the fact that he has a little bit of money. He can use his seat, his present seat, as a bargaining chip to tell anybody that, look, if you help me, my vacancy here with this seat, I can help you win my seat. And if he uses that,
who the person?
That person, I don't know who that person will be.
Who that person?
Listen, I see Tai one more jet like another Dillon.
So Ben, are you done? Ben, are you done?
Yes,
Can I tell me?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's my statement on that, or my position. As far as the statement regarding Tai, if Tai put his hand up to participate in the upcoming election for the Senate, it will prove to me that, like Dr. Peabody said, he's no different from DeLone. Selfish, greedy, and all about himself. Because you know why? When Tai leaves his position as a representative, guess what happened? We have to go back to another election. That means that's money coming out of the state's coffers.
But the same with
Hold on one second. Hold on.
Well, nobody let them commission have a budget for that though.
Yeah, we do have a budget for that. But should we consistently waste money when we know that there are ways to prevent some of these things? But
there's no way to present it. Once they leave that position, it look like you got a job, you've been elevated in that position, somebody else got to apply for your job.
Right, and I agree. But what I'm saying here is Todd claimed to have been so much more involved in the desire to elevate the conversation, transform the community or the district he's from? How much work has he done to get us to where we expected him to be at? As a young man, what I'm saying here is you don't
Are
get
you talking about Taiwan way?
I am talking about Taiwan, but how much
All right.
work? How much work has he done for us to use as that benchmark to determine his ability to sincerely perform at the Senate level? Because considering this, when one is elected to the Senate, that's a form of promotion. You're being promoted from being a representative to being a senator. So what I'm saying to us is, why it is true that we have not tested the water with regards to Madam Edith Gonglower. How much are we looking into adventuring into other countries' test cases where women in leadership who have been tested have succeeded when it comes to true leadership, and they have transformed the society that they are part of? Are we not looking to truly? Ben, let me land. Are we not looking? Are we not looking to sincerely transform Liberia beyond its imagination? Are we sincerely looking to maintain the status quo, or we really want to bring that opportunity to contest and be a part of true transformation? I will tell you this today: if Madam Edith Gonglower is presented, or if the people of Dima County, and I say, and I appeal to you, people of Dima County today, to see reason to decide as to why you will petition Madam Edith Gonglower to represent you in that capacity. The reason is simple. We want to present women of integrity. Now, do I have my own reservation with Madam Ware? Hell yeah, I do. I do.
Oh,
and if I am to,
I was about to list the list.
I'm saying, I have no doubt. I'm not gonna come into this and pretend. I am not. Again, I consistently say I am not a politician. I am not a politician. But what I'm telling you is, this woman presents and brings for you the true idea of transformation and incorporation of how we can bring forth innovation. And I would say to you, Madam Ware, Edith Gonglower, I think if she was put in the forefront to represent the people of Dima County, just like we are doing to Dara Dillon today, we would do the same thing to her. And women are easily shamed as compared to men. You see, Dara Dillon, you don't care. You talk about him, you don't care. But if Madam Edith Gonglower is presented the opportunity to represent us as Liberian at the Senate in the interest of the people of Dima County and all Liberian, I think she would be
I didn't hear from you for the beginning. At the beginning, I'm for Ballon. I told Ballon Radio.
No. That people we got to talk it back about this one here. You see, that's my reservation. Mayan. Seriously. You see
listen, Choma Jara. You see what Choma Jara? I'll put a statement on so the book can see. No, you know what Juma Jara wrote? He said, no, man, Juma Jara, I'm not like that, buddy. You know, Juma Jara, no. I mean, I like you about the topic, but okay, yeah, Lopa. But I mean, do you guys still feel to be on? I gotta go to bed. I gotta teach a class.
No. We about to cut it off. But I'm saying is whatever we need to do is it should be specific.
Funny guy.
It should be specific to those who sacrifice their time. That's my honest opinion, and I say, man, whatever you want to do, let me know, Dr. Peabody. I will make my little contribution to you, and then No, I'm not saying he.
That's the best son now.
Hey, to be honest with you, I appreciate people who work tirelessly. Anywhere in the world, people appreciate people who are hard worker and do it tirelessly with everything. But me, in my own honest opinion, this young man has shown to me in the back, in the front. I've never spoken to this man one day. I only watch from the back, but that's my position. So whatever we got to do, let's do it for.
You have my energy drink. I take it one way again. You say I get it. You say I get it. I'm my energy drink. You know what? Jama Jala myself, we eat the first one on spoon.
Oh, that guy, man. I cost it one day.
Man, are we on the radio? Are we on the radio?
Yeah. So yes, what
yes.
say?
Guys, we're on the radio in Liberia. Watch what you say.
All right. We say that, so, you know, Jama Jala myself will often, Jama Jama used to get provoked with, which you're right. So what that way, Jama inbox. Let me say, I went inbox, drop a bum. So what I did, I didn't want you to respond. I blocked him. He couldn't respond. He called Ben. He said, Ben, you see what people had to do to me? You know? But I like Jama. He's a good guy. I like him.
But in closing, guys, I know we got another show coming on on the radio. While we are on here, folks, we want to welcome and thank you all for being a part of the Closing Argument Late Night Fire. You got the man, Dr. Peabody's on the show tonight. Tonight with us.
You don't forget about the beginning. I was saying something to her. I was saying the song the beginning.
No. Maya is my son. I mean, I've been I ain't got.
Let me say this right. Maya, my son. He just like my 15-year-old son who is 6. I got a 15-year-old son who is 6'3" tall. You know,
6'3".
Yeah.
I have an 18-year-old son. My son is literally out with I mean, he's literally I'm waiting out here with it.
Yeah, he played ball. He played ball actively.
He ain't that stupid. He ain't going out to play no ball. At the bar. You said at the bar or playing ball?
No, boy, he played ball.
My son played ball. Shame.
Nah, my son, yeah.
I got a son. He's way up there.
I'm waiting on him to come out here. If my son and I were to walk anywhere, they'd be thinking he's my little brother. So
that's how I look on him.
Right.
I'm sitting on him. I'm looking way up and talking to him. I'm like, "What's up, buddy?" You know.
Yeah. Anywhere me and Julius walk at, they'd be like, "Okay." Even his granddad. Julius is 5'9".
Oh, he way taller than you, Lufa.
Oh, he is way taller than me. I'm 5'7". Julius is 5'9". And he's a baller. Yeah, he's a baller. Not only is he taller than me, he's bigger than me. I'm low. I'm above 50. I'm above 50. I'm above 50 when I'm not working out. I'm above 50. When I'm working out, I get the Huh?
Yeah, people have the same height.
No. Pee is 4'4". No, Pee is 4'4". No. The typical Lothians, the typical Lothians from where Pee is from, they don't go beyond 4'4".
You really like me. Then you won't. Then I will be like, I will be like Kerebu now.
Oh no! Give me that.
Kerebu, why 3. 4.0.
Look, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not like you told me I'm 5'5".
No, but you know what? You know who's tall? Grace. Grace is really tall.
Grace, no, she ain't.
Oh wow,
really? Yeah, I stood next to Grace. She got height though, but she ain't that tall. Like actually, I give it to her for a woman. Yeah, she is tall. I give it to her because
my daughter. I got a
little bit. Yeah, she got a little bit over me though.
I got a daughter who
I'm 5'7". I'm 5'7.5". I'm 5'7.5".
My daughter's about 6 feet.
The only thing about me is I'm skinny.
You just go half?
What?
You just added half there. You say you're 5'7".
I'm 5'7.5" just to be taller than you, bro.
Yo, God, look, I gotta go. Let me ask you, guys. You know why I ain't trust that you know it to me, guys? I gotta go. What will you? Because I got to teach a class in the morning at 8. What will you guys remember about Prince Johnson? Tomorrow, the big funeral.
I'm doing. Let me go first. I'm doing a little strip on Prince Johnson, and I will publish it on my page tomorrow. And let me say before I even publish it, I own Nobody No Apology, and I'm purposely doing this based on my idea. With the assistance of AI, we will publish what we believe, and this is Lofa Julius's view. Senator Prince Johnson was a killer. Senator Prince Johnson should not be regarded as a hero because he took other people's life. While it showed that he may have been in the mood of retaliation, I still believe that the Bible says that one must understand and take into consideration the act of what I would call this forgiveness. Unfortunately, Senator Prince Johnson and other people who, at the end of the day, attempted to prove that they believe in the Bible did not exhibit what the Bible truly is about. So I say, may his soul rest in peace, and I pray for him and other people, but he is not a hero and should not be regarded as a hero. Instead, he is a murderer, and may his soul rest in peace.
Let me ask you guys one simple question.
Yeah.
If Prince Johnson was a European, let's say he was from one of these European countries, and he did what he did, will history remember him as a rebel, or history remember him as a hero?
Just like Hitler is remembered. Just like Hitler is remembered
I don't
today.
think you would compare. No. I think you. I mean,
I sent you a video. I sent you a picture, Lufa.
I don't think anybody.
You want me to show it? Which way?
Yeah, when I get ready to talk, I want you to show that picture. That's a picture of my cousin.
Okay.
I don't think Prince Johnson is equivalent to that of Hitler, but there are. I mean, I despise the guy in anything, but at the same time, I'm very cognizant that history will have remembered him. If this guy was a Westerner,
of course, remember him to have been a killer.
Yeah.
No. And I know how the Westerns will have braided him. They will have presented him, not exactly as a killer, but probably they will have called him other names that would have been most glamorous than what it is. But for me, I see him as a killer. But I'm just saying, if he was a white guy, it will be a different story, and I believe that.
You know, Ben, the picture you're looking at over there, that's the picture of my cousin.
Oh, wow.
Gusta Hill. He worked for NGO. All right. Cousin Gus worked for NGO. And you see there was the guy, the white guy back in Prince Johnson, now to kill him. You know what Prince Johnson did? He killed that man. He killed him. And somebody was on the scene, took that picture and kept it and sent it to us. And I forgive Prince Johnson. I forgive him, but this guy was one of my.
Dad, let me ask a quick question. Somebody just asked me: is that Prince Johnson with the gun?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's Prince Johnson himself.
Yeah, he killed.
Yeah, that's killed me.
Okay.
He killed him.
I just wanted to make clarity on that. Okay.
Do you know the former deputy speaker Hans Bachu? Right. That's Hans Bachu brother. All right. He killed this guy cold-blooded in the war. One of the best guys cousin we ever had. He killed this man. All right. This man today has been celebrated by even some of the people who said they stand for human rights.
Yep.
Stand for
War Crime Code.
War Crime Code. They stand for this. And the local Liberians. Did Doe ever have a funeral like that? The other people who die have a funeral like that. He killed this man. This man was never involved in war. He was working with this NGO. He killed him. even as the guy there was backing, so another guy who worked with them, another white guy took this picture. He pretended he would not let him go. He let the other people go and kill Gus. He told them to go. The other white people, he told them to go after the man was back and they went. But is this the man that you celebrate as a hero? Look. I know that a lot of people from Nima died. A lot of people from Grand Jita died. A lot of people died. Okay. But this guy went about just killing people. And look how he orchestrated Doe and put him on camera. He should not be celebrated as a hero. Tomorrow they're going to have one of the biggest ones. You know what? I tell you, I'm very brave saying this because, one of the major work my NGO have done was in Nima. We built one of the biggest elementary school in a place called Zeslon in Nima.
Dr. Peabody, can I ask you a quick question just for the sake of clarity? Another question that I got here is, what was his crime?
Nothing. He said the man was stealing rice and selling it. That's what he killed cousin Gus. And you want to celebrate this man. But you know what? The good thing was, I met Prince Johnson and I brought this same picture to him. I said, Prince, I'm going to forgive you, but I'm not. We don't have to celebrate. I met Prince and I told him, he saw this picture. I told him I forgive him.
Did he consent to his action?
He said he was defending his people. That's what he said.
He said he was defending his people by killing other Liberians.
Yeah. He's the most gruesome killer that ever lived in the history of Liberia. All right. And he went as far as killing Doe. See, I don't care how bad Doe would have been. You went and cut this man's ear on national TV. People saw it, and then you kill him and paraded his body like he was the only wicked man around. My man, the people of Nima died, and it was so inhumane how the people of Nima, the Nimanians were killed. It was inhumane. But again, the celebration that are going on now should not have taken place. All right, I didn't hold it in my heart. I went to Nima. The Nima people are damn good. I went to Nima. I did so many work in Nima in some of the villages, more than 6 villages. We built clean water. We built one of the biggest schools, But the fact is, why are you celebrating somebody that you just passed a law to persecute? The Joe Biden go inside the book of condolence, probably go to the funeral tomorrow, he's celebrating. You're contradicting yourself. Because the whole war and economic crime code was to get Prince Johnson arrested.
Prince Johnson.
That's all it was about, to get him arrested. But our family forgive him. So we hold nothing against him. Pray that God will accept him. And the good thing about Christianity is they forgive people. You don't keep it. People who commit some of the most heinous crime, Christianity accepts them, forgive them, and give them an opportunity. But guys, this is my closing. May the killer be buried tomorrow, and we'll forget about him. Thank you.
So Dr. Peabody, I'm gonna close after you, and then I'm gonna say this, right? There's a reason why God in his word said he created man in his image.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't simply to be just what I would say flamboyant in his presentation, but rather he meant what he said. And God in his word also said he's a jealous God. And the fact that God created man in his image, he understood there and then that we would think, act, and behave like him. When one act outside of his belief, the expectation is that he or she will be an outcast. And that's part of the reason why God kicked Satan out of heaven, right? And pushed him on earth, or belong beyond earth to exhibit what he believed in and retain the control of humanity and say, let's see how you can control that of what I created. God in himself will not tolerate any form of deception and any idea of, just cannibalism and everything else that may have been exhibited by Senator Prince Johnson. Why it is truth that people saw Senator Prince Johnson as a hero. I personally saw him as nothing more than a murderer. I'm sorry if I come across to be a little bit more than what is expected. All right. I mean, that is who he was. In your defense, you can reference him as a guy who represented you. But if that is the case, tell me why after the death of President Dorr, he did not simply pack off and leave the country because his aim may have been accomplished. Liberian must. I don't come on this platform or any other platform to seek any form of relevance or desire for admiration or passion. I am here for the true sincerity of what I believe in. My cousin died. Okay, and other family members died from this unsenseless civil war that benefited Prince Johnson and other people. Prince Johnson is the most benefited individual from this civil or senseless. I shouldn't reference it as civil war. On civil incident that took away the lives of so many people who had nothing to do with government. Liberian, prior to Senator Prince Johnson and other people, ascendancy had nothing to do with government. They had nothing. They wanted nothing to do with politics. But you know what? When Prince Johnson and other people came, they took the lives of innocent people. So for us to see people today celebrating a man who murdered other people and claiming he's a hero, my day is just as much as it is determined when it comes to Liberians and their true representation. We are not sincere about honesty, equality, transparency, and accountability. Prince Johnson was not and may not have ever been the only person who may have perpetrated heinous act against humanity, but he contributed to that. For us to sit and actually lift this man up beyond, what message are we sending to the young people? It's okay. Kill innocent people, and then
you get honor. You get honor.
That
you
is
get honor by Liberian people.
That is the message we are sending. But the young people in the streets who are claimed to be thieves, stealing bikes and other things, you're willing to kill them, but you celebrate a murderer who was actually
killed more than 200,000 people. This guy
the
killed
masterminder of the death of thousands and thousands of Liberians. Woe unto you who celebrate the life and existence of a murderer. Thank
you. May the grace of God and the sweet fellowship of the Holy Spirit
for me
abide with you now.
Rest, rule, and abide with you henceforth and forevermore.
For me, he will be remembered as
you look back
as the individual that butchered the former president and killed.
That's okay. You guys can go off the radio when we leave. You can come back on.
No, I'm picking that still on.
No. I just got a message that said they're going off the radio. Let them go. I said what I had to say. I mean, y'all go off the radio. There's a message in the private.
Chat after the show. Got take care of that beginning.
Hey, no. Dude.
Marion, don't go home
after the show.
That's a better thought. General gotta go.
That's famous process. He will also be known that he was the kingmaker of Liberian politics.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He'll be recalled that. So let me say good night, guys.
Damn it, so bless up. Man, one more week for this dumb now. I've never been so busy every Saturday, my man.
May the grace.
Remember, I'm off on Monday though, Sylvester. Monday's a holiday for me. You want to get together?
Yeah.
Same thing. Sylvester, do I have the invitation?
I'll call you. Lunch is on me, man.
Absolutely.
Wait. Can I at least drive?
Yeah.
It's what, 6 hours?
No, but if you got food, if you have food, and wherever there's food, I'll be there.
Praise God, the Son and Holy.
Ben, what's your contribution so we can get out of here, bro?
Just send me whatever, and I'll send you. We go. All right.
Guys,
how in the world did a
I've never seen Pee-wee. I have never seen Pee-wee this tired. That thing is a stimulant. I was acting opposite to you.
You got bases. The best I see the guy in heart and I'm a sure.
I'm not drinking tonight. I didn't drink.
Oh, I see why your whole mood is the other way around. Like this thing is a stimulant.
Listen, like the base that people got in heart, that base not for sure. Guys, look, man, it's so good hanging out. Everybody,
but truly speaking, Dr. Peabody, all of us on here tonight. So it is upon us, Ben. Send your 10. Pee-wee.
Maya, you not people.
Mayan, you get you.
Mayan, what do you do now? What does Mayan do now, though? What does
I admire the kid. People keep saying this kid is in high school. I admire his. Wow. Mayan, you still in high school, right?
Yeah.
You lower your monitor, whoever got the monitor.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm in the 12th grade.
But lower your monitor, whatever.
What
You
send
in
it, man?
the 12th grade?
Wow.
I think that's any.
Huh?
The 10 I sent?
Yes,
Send it to Dr. Peabody. No, you know what? You know what we normally do in our society is we don't appreciate and put people who are,
don't put it in trouble.
I understand what you said. No, we're not putting the kid in trouble. That we appreciating him and encouraging other people to be a part of this. So this kid, Dr. Peabody, you and I will admit to the fact that almost all of the late night show, this kid is always here. I'm not lying. He's always doing his part.
He's still in school too, though. You know?
Yeah, he's in high school. This kid could probably say, I have to go to school tomorrow. I'm not able to be there. But they show you the true leadership ability. For me, whether on the closing argument or not, whatever $2 I have to give him for gum, I would try to give it to him because I feel like we should encourage people who believe in labor.
Amanda, I don't want to talk too much.
Yeah, let us not talk too much. I'm very appreciative of his work and consistency.
But man, I like humble people.
Humble people, yeah, that's my point. He is very humble.
You know, I got one kid in Ghana. I wrote a story about him. But let me end this story. But let me tell you, I went to Ghana, right? And as I was traveling, as I arrived in Ghana, I just took like $100 and put it in my front pocket. I said, I'm not going to, all my money as well, were ready secure. And as I took my suitcase, everything, the $100 dropped. This kid is a Liberian. He lives in Ghana. He's a Liberian living in Ghana, but his means a survivor is to go to the airport and help people from Liberia and just help them with their bag, take it in, and then he gets out. So I get to Ghana, Oliver was dead. My money dropped. That the only $100 I had on me in my pocket. All my other money was secure, really tight. It would have taken me a while to open suitcase and get into there. And the kid found $100. He said, "Sir, you dropped your money." I'm like, "You joking?" I put my hand in my pocket. I can't find her. He said, "Yeah, that's your money." I'm like, "This is strange, though. This is strange." And nobody done that for me. No, I mean, this is very strange. So you know what I did? I said, "Okay, you got it back. Hold the $100. Let's go and change it." I changed the $100 when I said, "Now you will take me to my lodging place. You will have everything." He found a car. We took the car. We went. I went to the camp. Every money that I had to deal with the refugee camp to give them water money, it was channeled through Oliver. We got some money. Went to the camp. There were more needs. One of my partners called me and said, "Hey, people, I want to send some money. I want to send you $5,000 to buy more food and water for the camp." So I said, "But Oliver, you going to pick up the money? Send it to him." And I was sitting there. I was training. I said, "Dude, if the kid give it for me, it'll be rough." But I said, "I'm going to let you do it."
That was a bad test, man.
Yeah, I think if he give it, it'll be hell. So, strict test. He went to the bank, picked up the money, and brought it. I said, "Oliver, we're going to buy rice, we're going to buy water, and you control it." He bought the rice, he bought the water, 20 bag of rice, almost water. So we go on the camp, we chat out the car, we drop the water, we drop the food. So coming back, he said, "Chief, I think," he said, "Oh, we got some money left." I said, "Oh my God." He said, "About $1,500. I said, "Take it for you." I said, "Take it. Take it." I said, "Take it for you." He said, "What? Chief, I've never had money like that before." I said, "For you, take it. Use it." I said, "You know what? You're a very honest person, and your honesty has earned you that." The kid could not believe he told me, he said that what left. I didn't know how much was left. The money, when you change it, nowadays, crap. I said, "Oliver, take it." He always on the show, he called him Oliver Sacco. I said, "Take it." Not only that, I wrote a story on my Facebook page about him. More than 6 people send money to him. How can we? They said it was so moved by his honesty, they send money to Oliver. Last year, last year March, they wrote on my story, said we want to send him money. Some people send 100, 200, some people send 50, 75. I just sent it all over. This is something. But that kid demonstrated what it means to be honest, and because of his honesty, Oliver is going to an aviation school now in Ghana.
Oh Lord!
Because you know what? Our organization have money for scholarship, and Oliver was the first recipient for that scholarship.
Wow!
Because he was so honest, you know. Yeah.
You see, that's what I
On a
said.
side note, look out! What's the other picking that found that money in Nima County?
Don't ask me. Go ask your brother, President. Go ask Pee Wee. Matter of fact, ask Pee Wee. Pee Wee's in the government at the time. Go ask Pee Wee.
No, but we had let's be honest, President. We had day one for that picking to get that picking $10,000.
$10,000.
We want to know. We want to know his current status. Pee Wee. What happened to that?
I think that picking went overseas for status. I think he did.
Yeah.
He's still in Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
I know where the kid is right now. Pee Wee,
No, I think he traveled.
I have no.
He did
I
not.
have no
He
information
did
about
not. He did not travel.
But you know what, Nova? That picking in Ghana changed my perspective of how I see people. His life. Look, my man, that picking story just so much. He told me that some of the money that when he go to the airport and help people to tow the suitcases, see, he save it and then he sent some to his mom in Liberia. You know, and what I did was I got Oliver going to school. I support him, and I told Oliver, I said, Oliver, look, go to school, do everything you need to do, and go to Liberia. But because of that one honesty of finding the money and giving it to me, otherwise going to school now, he get money. He's like, he's a call me daddy. He's like my son. Anything I want done in Ghana, I go through him. When people go to Ghana, I say go from my beginning. He will tell you what to do. But I didn't know him from nowhere. I don't, but I took a risk with him. But you know what? He lived up to it. I said, otherwise you go pick up the money. I'm not gonna go to no bank to go pick up money. You go. And he came back right to my Airbnb. He said, Chief, yeah, I said, I'm like, really? We driving from the camp after we gave them food and water. All of us said, Chief, I think I want $1,500 here. I said, take it for you. He never believed it. That kid could almost die. I said, take it for you. I don't need it. But because of
huh? 1,005 what?
US dollar, not cities. US. Yep. That's why I gave him. In Ghana, he did all of us call you on Facebook. I said, take it for you. And when I wrote a little story on my Facebook, other people asked me want to help him. And I said, just call him and send the money. I gave them his SendWave money, and they were sending help to him. I said, yes, only because of an honest thing. He found my money. And little did I know, especially in prison like Ghana, he found $100 and he said, Chief, you drop your money at the baggage claim. I'm like, you killing me? I don't believe it. And since that's my kid. Now, every move I make, if I go to Ghana, I would say, I'm coming this day begin. People go in there, I will send things for him. And because I appreciate him. If I could bring him to America, I will.
Oh, I just see him. I just check him.
Yeah. Nice kid.
Aviation
Good.
School, Ghana.
Good kid. Good.
All right, guys. I'll let you guys. I'll let you guys go. But
so Mayan, keep on being a good kid.
Yeah.
We are conscious enough. For me, I'm very conscious.
Me?
When someone does me a favor, I'm very conscious of them. Very conscious of honest people. I may not show it to you, but I'm thinking more than that. That's the kind of person I am.
And Henry will tell you. Henry had a conversation, lengthy conversation of mine. So, but in short, keep doing what you're doing. God bless you for what you're doing, and I hope that you're blessing other people who are in line with you. Your little brother, sister, if you have one, mom, if she's getting older, because the older our parents grow, it is upon us.
What school you go to though?
That's it.
Bishop Matthew Lower School.
Huh?
Bishop Matthew.
Where's the school located?
Dupoduro.
Okay. All right. We're going to talk later.
Okay.
We want to see you graduate from high school and go to college.
Definitely. Make sure you have beer at your graduation party so I can invite Benjamin to drink beer.
But we will buy it. We'll
buy the beer, right? No, but on this and real note, we appreciate you for your
when are you going to Liberia?
I'm going to Liberia the same day you go
when
to
are you
Ghana.
going to Liberia?
The same day you go to Ghana.
12 weeks. 12 weeks.
Oh, I'll be in Ghana next 3 months. I'm going to Ghana. I have a
All right, then take your mouth out of
April or March.
Yeah.
April or March.
March.
I'll be there. I can't tell people my date. I don't say, but I'll be there.
But you'll be in Ghana or Liberia March. Ben is going. Oh, you'll be there in March. Okay.
I support
here's my thing, right? When I'm blessed, I'm like Dr. Peabody. When I'm blessed, I was the week before I go to Liberia, I was on that platform. I'll be begging for money to Henry Costa, and when I get my money, I will buy my ticket and go to Liberia.
Man.
And the minute I get my money, I come back, I will become another advocate again.
I believe in the power of giving They so that my wife can
I
ask them.
said, is Costa okay?
Are you asking me? Am I Costa dad?
Yeah.
Okay, I see you guys. Right. Let's give it up. Let's give it up for Chairman Musa Ability and the Root of Law caucus. They are in
Man, look at that Root of Law. Look at that Root of Law.
They're gonna be
Root of run away, man.
They're gonna be in attendance at that funeral.
Look at that Root of run away. Root of run away.
You know what? No, but on a very serious note, though, Musa Hassan Bediri is one of the most tolerant Liberian politicians I've ever had to meet. He is tolerant because Ben, let me land, right? In as much as I go hard on this brother, and I thought for some reason Miss Ability would say, "Get this clown off my radio, off my station," and I'm yet to hear this. I must give it to him. He is
we man. The thing that we say here, the thing that we do, and Musa is so tolerant in a lot.
Right. I must give it to him. He's very tolerant.
He's a good man. He's a
the
good
other day
man.
I made a post about the whole issue of this whatever this, and he came under the post and said, you make the decision. I was like, this dude is so tolerant. Had that my own friend and brother DeLore, first of all, he will unfriend you. He will unfriend you and they either block you, but eventually he stopped blocking people. I'm not gonna lie on you on that part, but
yeah, I saw that picture.
Representability is very tolerant.
Representative chairman ability.
Wait. People want to show us something. People, what you want to show? Let's see the picture. Let's see the picture.
Find your friend at me.
What is that?
You see? People telling us that.
I'll peak, but I highly wait by that time. Huh? I bet the food.
Somebody just posted it.
I remember we love that. I mean, you know what I put the other player? I mean, look, to be honest, we appreciate Standing with our friend, we love him, we appreciate him.
Yeah, I appreciate him, but I was so criticizing him.
We just
but you guys did well. You guys did extremely well. I mean, to be here and still keeping your own, you guys. I mean, like I used to feel like we were. For me, I was happy for the separation because I used to be defending you guys. I'll on the show, I'll on the show, I got ready, and I'll have my shows. I'll be.
You were just talking and being stupid.
Yeah. I used to defend you guys.
And when you go on this idiot podcast and say Benjamin start cussing, he would just keep cussing like he was drunk.
I mean, the thing is, Liberian people, they appreciate us, but somebody appreciate us now. But guys, look, it's 1 o'clock. I think I got 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
I will.
The country that will name him fighting.
I respect that.
So when you myself meet, you're not come home. Because we'll all right, guys. Look, guys, have a good night. We're already in Saturday. We'll see you guys. But Lover, if you want to call me for a few minutes, let me talk about that stuff. I'll be fine. But guys,
hit me up.
Tell people there. Just send a big name on you. I'll reimburse you.
All right. I gotta go into different. Yeah, I'll do that. I got this speaking stuff. I just gotta go into different.
I'll do
that.
Come on, Tony.
My man, I want the other people listening and start spending. Start putting everybody in trouble.
Yeah, stop saying things on the radio, guys. Pee-wee. Whatever communication you have in the room.
That different thing we won't talk about. We're just talking about school issues and other things.
No, yeah, I agree.
I don't want
to put this kid in a predicament because somebody also texted me about that. They said you guys are not doing him justice.
Yeah, that's
It's okay.
Yeah, so let's just leave it.
Ben, blow the trumpet now.
To all of you guys in the studio, thank you. We appreciate y'all.
All
right.
Boom, 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 boom. Have a good night, guys. It was fun, man. Everybody, if you guys want to get together on Saturday or Sunday night, let's do it again.
Ben,
all right.
Yep.
That girl you introduced to me, she's still in Minnesota?
Oh, now you see, what? You
I'm
want
asking
to
you.
Oh,
Bye,
really?
guys. Good night.
Are
Good
you
night,
ready for
guys.
that?
Good night.
Me? I've been single several, boy.
My goodness, man. Ben, get out of here. I'm done with you.
Oh no, but look like I'm very happy for you. I now that you got a woman, that's so good. Wow, look like I'm in a relationship now. Good for Lofa.